What's good, y'all? We back. We're gonna go over this full Young Thug interview, man. He speaks out, he breaks his silence, he addresses everything. Everything? Everything, B. I'm talking about the most in-depth, full-length interview that I probably watched in 2025. The whole 3 hours. I watched it already, people. Normally, I maybe breeze through clips and then I do the rest with y'all live. I've already watched it. I watched it as it was premiering last night. And I caught a couple cliff notes again this morning to try to take some timestamps that we're going to fast forward to so that we catch all the important stuff. Um, Before we start, give me a second. Let me say a couple things that's very, very important. First and foremost, this is a full episode, people. You see the thumbnail, but it's going to be only Young Thug today. I mean, a 3 hour interview, even though we're skipping to the highlights. I don't know how long we're going to be here, so I don't got any other topics to do today. Pure Young Thug. Okay. Number two, I want to say shout out to what channel is this again? This is hold on, what is this? Hold on. What is this? Official artist channel. Okay. And also shout out to this gentleman, Big Bank. Obviously, an OG or a big bro to Young Thug. They know each other. You could pick up on that in the interview. Somebody that Young Thug respects. Shout out to this channel. Shout out to this interview. These are the type of interviews that we want to see people in this type of controversy have. Okay. If you're going to address things as deep, complex, important as your fallout with Gunna, plea deals, your brother Unfun still being in jail, the impact on your family, your relationship with all these other artists, millions of dollars going back and forth, business, big business deals, betrayal, your children, your family, street beefs where multiple people have died and lost their lives, trials where people are facing life. If you're going to do something that deep, this is what we expect. This doesn't even feel scripted. This feels like two men sitting down and having a conversation about anything that they could respect a difference of objective opinions from either direction. Nobody reading off of fucking papers, nobody reading questions, nobody talking about no stupid ass why I painted my nails or BBLs. Real shit. And I hate to bring people like that in it, but if you're gonna do an interview, this is what we want. And for that alone, off rip, you guys gotta respect it. We have to respect it. All right. I think the man Young Thug got up here and bled his. We're gonna get to the parts where he starts crying. You know, he's not boo-hooing or anything like that, but he's having emotional moments in here where he's breaking down. Very vulnerable. It seems very honest. Okay. There's gonna be points that I'm still gonna question. But it seems pretty honest here. There's still gonna be rights and wrongs, honest or not. Just because you're honest about something doesn't mean that you're right about something. So we're gonna touch on all of those pieces. Um, and look at this pretty much timestamps that I'm gonna be taking us through. Okay, I'm gonna read them for y'all. We're gonna go to how he feels about the jail calls coming out. We're gonna go to does he feel like he came out with the opinion of people saying he didn't learn a lesson while he was in there? The hypocrisy of Unfunk's plea deal, despite Gunna taking a plea deal, right? We're gonna address that. How about did you actually tell him to take the plea deal? That's not what you said on the phone with 21 Savage, man. Watch out. I ain't tell him that. Streets cap. Okay, we're gonna go to that part. Difference between Yak and Thug's interrogation. So we're gonna call Yak Gotti a snitch is what he's doing, right? Well, we now have a 2 hour audio with you. What's the difference between those two? That's addressed. Why you offer your number in that interrogation? Didn't come home humble is being addressed. How much he sacrificed towards Gunna and poured into Gunna. You know, all the money and working with helping his family, helping his mother, and it's a lot. How he really feels about Gunna, and that's just the first part when we get into Gunna. What could Gunna say to you right now? Do you believe that there's anything that he could say publicly? Because Gunna has been silent. No interviews, no really any addressing in this. Maybe a small little shot here and there in a song, but for the most part, he played quiet. What we're gonna say is that piece. All right, what's Gunna gonna explain? That's his reaction. We're gonna go into. He believes that Gunna's silence is a PR move. We're gonna break that down. The whole YSL is a gang. Gunna taking the first plea, and he's arguing and debating and making sure people understand that the difference that he wasn't second, third, fourth, fifth. Gunna was first up. Okay. Wants Gunna to explain himself, though. Gunna would have testified at his trial, he believes. We're going to take a look at that from the whole perspective of, but I thought he wouldn't have to because of the Alfred plea. Let's see what Young Thug says to that. Okay. He's saying he never made money off of Gunna. Then he also gets into to the QCP topic. He addresses Rollo in a long segment. He gets very, very passionate about the Gunna situation. After the 2-hour mark, that's when he sheds tears while he's speaking on the Gunna situation. We'll get to it. Says the whole war started, the whole street side of thing, the whole war started because of Woody. We're gonna go there. He wants an explanation from Gunna. How to get past it all is a question that he's asked. Doesn't want to forgive Gunna. He makes it clear he doesn't want to forgive him. He gets into why he took a plea deal and what's in his plea deal. Young Thugs, okay? And we're going to close off with him addressing the whole beef with Luchi, YFN Luchi. So those are the chapters that I time stamped for y'all. So that's why we got a lot. We're about to start. Give me 10 seconds is the last thing I want to say now before we get rolling. If I'm Young Thug, if anybody happens to see this in time, I doubt it, but a manager, a friend, somebody, Young Thug, you don't need to do any more interviews anytime soon. This interview seemed so emotional at times, so honest at times, so vulnerable at times. You're speaking with one of your OGs that personally knows you, that got you to the point where you cried. Why the fuck should you pop up today now, who some people consider a vulture or sometimes racist, or why would you pop up on a stream with Aiden Ross today? That's a bad move. Don't turn a vulnerable moment like this into a campaign, to what people's going to feel like a campaign. Right now, this interview is the best thing he's got going for him. Best thing. If you want to now pop up on Aiden Ross is going to kiss your ass. He's not in tune. Streetwise, he ain't that type of nigga. He ain't that type of man. Streetwise. He don't know shit about shit. He don't come from none of that. Nothing. Emotional wise, he don't care. He don't care about your well-being. This is content for him. You sat up there and cried with your big homie just now. Don't pop up on Aiden Ross today. Fuck Aiden Ross's stream. It would make no fucking sense. All right, y'all ready? Let's go. 2450 time slot I got. All right. How do you feel about the calls coming out? This is where we're starting.
And then you got to understand, man, I was in jail 3 years, bro. Like, I was praying 3 whole years. At some point, I started thinking, like, the prayers ain't working. You got to understand that, too. Like, I'm going through shit every day. I'm looking at my best friend, them do what they do. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at certain shit. And it's making me feel how I'm feeling. Like, I ain't never been a nigga to pillow talk. I ain't never been a nigga to talk about nobody else in my life on the phone with nobody else. I've never been that type of nigga. I've been, these last few days, I've been sitting around like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, what I was doing?
I appreciate you saying that.
I think I was just so fucked up, and I just felt like it was just over. Like, I'm just sitting in jail 24 hours on 23 and 1. I'm in a cell 23 hours. Like, at this point, I'm just like, man, I don't give a fuck. Life, it ain't what I'm thinking it is. Like, I'm just talking. At this point, I'm just talking. At this point, I'm just holding conversations with my girl. But the crazy part is, all these conversations that I had on the phone, I also had with the same niggas who I was talking about on the phones. So that's why it don't seem weird between us, me and them. Because I done held these same conversations with Wham. I done held these same conversations with Savage. How I feel about him, how I feel about Wham, how I feel about this, how I feel about every situation. We talk like men, we brothers, we talk. They tell me how they feel about certain things. So we all align. We won. We what we are. But you got to understand, like, my standpoint. I'm locked up. Nigga, I'm on the phone talking to my girl every day. This is the only person I'm talking to on the phone. This is the only person that I can talk to. Like, I can't even talk to my family because they just like how they is. It ain't good for my case. They can be on the phone. They don't understand certain things. So if I be on the phone with them, they might say the wrong thing on the phone. So now I can't talk to them. Now I can't talk to Bank. I don't want the police to get on Bank. Now I can't talk to Wham. I don't want the police to get on him. I don't want the police to get on Savage. I don't want the police to get on Pluto. It's just so much shit in my mind to the point where I'm just like, I'm confining myself. I mean, not confined. I'm like trapping myself to just communicate with one person. And then I might go to court and just get body slammed by the motherfucking judge, bro.
So there's a right and there's a wrong that I'm catching right there initially. We warming up, people. We got a lot to go over. When he's given his explanation about why he's running his mouth like this, a lot of people at this point are calling him a chatty patty, a gossip queen, and all that on the internet. It is what it is. With these type of calls that we've heard so far, he's kind of earned it. All right, let's not walk backwards. Let's be honest. One thing that I like though, accountability. Not once are we ever hearing from this guy before this interview and during this interview. It's AI, that ain't really me, or they chopped and screwed the interviews. It's edited. A lot of people go that route. It's edited. They took out this piece or whatever. Nah, he's taking full accountability. Say, look, that ain't even me. I can't even realize or look in the mirror today and say, that was you. You was talking like that. Cause I don't look at myself as a chatty patty. But just taking the accountability, man, even as OG says that right there, like, I appreciate you saying that. I think a lot of us can, right? He's going to have to live down a lot of these phone calls in time. But I appreciate the accountability piece right there. Now, on the other side, that's the right. Now, the wrong here, what he just said, is he is so aware that these are jail calls and that they are recorded, right? And because he's such a street nigga, we already were saying there's no way he doesn't know these calls are recorded. And the fucking calls tell you they're being recorded, right? Your lawyers are telling you that they're being recorded, everything. And you's really a street guy. Okay. So he's saying that clearly right here. I don't want to have certain conversation with my family, with these people, with Future, with this person, because I don't want the cops to come on to them. So by your admission, knowing that amount of how damaging these calls could be, why would you get in there and say certain things like, okay, now if you're gonna get on a phone call and try to hype up your girlfriend by shitting on Glorilla, all right, whatever. All right, guy shit. But you have also calls where you're in there talking about, like, nah, I'm gonna tell you, that's not what really happened with QC. He really went in there and pulled out the gun and laid him down or whatever. I get it, that case is done and maybe it's already documented and maybe QC already owned up to some of that stuff. But I'm just saying, as a street guy, right? And there's probably a ton more audio that's going to be coming out. So we want to hope that there's no other street shit that's related phone calls that's going to come out. And we already see some stuff that you're saying that was just like, you could have saved that for in person, you know? So rights and wrongs right there early.
And then I just got to come back to the jail. Now I'm on the phone with somebody that I love, whoever it is I'm on the phone with. And they like, man, goddamn, or goddamn, they say, this nigga right here been up pulling up on bro. This nigga pull up. Of course, I'm just like, bro, I just got body slammed by the jail. I'm just feeling how I'm feeling, bro. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Like, I ain't even tripping on that. I'm just saying what I'm saying. And I done told all these niggas these same things.
But looking back on it, how you feel? You just said, goddamn, like, damn, you feel like you was tripping.
I feel like I was tripping, but I feel like, because I ain't never did shit like that. I ain't never pillow talk with no girl ever in life. I ain't never in my life held no conversation with no girl about no another nigga ever until jail. And I've been trying to figure out, like, why the hell was I even doing that? And then I just had to, like, think back to when I was in jail.
We're going to take your word for it with a grain of salt, because the level of pillow talking in this audio is just like, man, watch out. You're having too much fun. You know what I'm saying? It's flowing too freely. And obviously you see in this interview, he is a good speaker and he's smart. Don't ever forget, we will never allow him to try to pull wool over our eyes or claim stupidity for some of his actions, because I can see in this interview, it's a reminder, Young Thug is intelligent. Okay. So, if you want to tell us that you've never pillow talk like this before, all right. All right. But that's not really parts that's that important in this interview. But all right.
Jail. Because I did a long time in jail. So I know how to think right back to when I was in jail right now.
So you've been reflecting. Oh,
Hell
yeah,
yeah, and that's another thing I don't even want to do. That's why I don't even respect the phone call shit coming out, because all it do is make me think about when I was in jail going through fighting for my life. All it do is make my girl think about those long ass conversations on the phone. On the phone, we praying and we doing shit and hoping that I can get away from this shit and come out of it. Like, that's the weird part about this shit that's happening. Like, this shit, all this, y'all, this shit just like a fun moment in the memes on the internet, and trying to just like tarnish my existence and just my real nigga shit, my real nigga life, to like just to have fun with it. But not knowing, like, but this shit traumatizing the hell. This shit goddamn make me remember when I was in jail. This shit.
Hey, Young Thug, never think that this is just out of fun. Never think that these clips are being released just so somebody could make memes and play with a real nigga on the internet. That's not the reason why these clips are being released. And even if you're not sure why the clips are being released, you got to think to the extreme level. You got to think worst case scenario. Why? Because your freedom is at stake. So the interviews that you do, the songs that you drop, the tweets that you put out, if they're inspired by these audio clips coming out and you fuck around and say the wrong thing, that's why you got reactors online saying, like Cuff Boys, we played him. He said, look at his plea agreement. He read it. He said, he's not allowed to say this, talk about this, reference that, say these numbers, do these hand signs, do this, do that, boom, boom. This is scary. You go to No Life Shack, a reactor, just a big, charismatic reactor to music online. And what is he saying? Like, yo, you trying to go back to jail? Everybody has that thought right now. All right. And you better be thinking about that as well, because these people, whoever's behind putting this shit out, you think their main goal is a meme? No, they ain't playing. To us, it's funny at times. Ha ha, Glorilla, let's laugh. The people behind this shit got a bigger agenda, buddy. All right. So be careful. Do not violate yourself. Hopefully you haven't already. And we see that the way that music video just came out, the closing argument song, that is kind of being presented like it was a leak, right? I don't want to act like a lawyer. I do my little Sorry It's True podcast, fake lawyering here and there by just applying logic. But if y'all think that releasing that through a manager or a fan page or acting like that was a leak is going to play when it's time to stand in front of these courts, it won't. You want to know why? Because everything that you're still saying in it is current. It's current. If we go back to the actual plea, does the paperwork say you could say this type of stuff as long as it's not on video? No, it's just saying the stuff, period, right? So if somebody catches you on a tweet, on a phone call, on a text, on a video, saying this type of stuff, it's violation of your plea agreement terms and stipulations. You're rapping in there about stuff that is obviously done ever since you came home. All that leak shit ain't gonna fly. Even your chain that he's right. This is like the new symbol, right? The new splat or whatever, slat, whatever. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just be careful and pay attention to what these people are trying to do to you.
It make me remember those dark ass days and moments I had, bro. This shit make my girl cry. She ain't even tripping about what we saying on the phone. Nigga, we said, whatever I say, I can say twice. I'm a grown man. I'm a man, nigga. Whatever I say twice. And I done said it to every nigga. They know that. So I ain't tripping on that part. I'm tripping on just like the world not knowing that. I'm tripping on the world just, oh, but look at this. Oh, hey, y'all, here go another phone call. Here go. It's just like, bro, y'all ain't understanding what's going on.
Let me say this. If you knowing that you told these people and you was on the side, how would you look at that? If you was from the sideline, just listening to Slime on the phone, on a jail phone, talking to Savage, talking to your girl, just by like everything, how would you look at that? If you didn't know, like you said, you done told the same people this, how would you look at it?
It depends. If I was on the sideline and I never been in that situation, like no jail shit or fight for my life, I probably would look at it how people looking at it that ain't never been through shit.
Okay.
They probably looking at it like, man, you some bullshit. Why the hell you talking about? But if I was a nigga that had experienced certain shit, I would look at it another way.
Mm-hmm.
But and me personally, I'm a smart man. I know how to think. So if I see somebody else going through this, I'm the type of person to be like, man, I want to know what he think. Like I want to hear what he was feeling. Like why you do this? Why you said this shit on these phone calls? Why you was saying this shit on these phone calls? Because everything on the phone call came from questions being asked.
Or they just putting out your part. Who you think putting that shit up?
I don't know. I be looking at it like some of the niggas that's like mad that I'm pushing grown man business. I'm pushing. We ain't telling on nobody. We ain't no rats. We ain't doing it.
Yeah, he's gonna try to be coded many, many times in this interview, pushing grown man business, pushing that we ain't. That's a quick subliminal, of course, to the theory, and academics ran with the theory as well, that it's Gunna's camp that's putting out these clips because they have access to them because they were on the case, right? Doug goes on to explain that even the interrogation audio, it came out over a year ago, but since then they had everything stopped, like legally, as far as like locked away where this stuff can't be released anymore. So he believes that from a timeline standpoint, anybody that had the interrogation audio, which is when it came out prior, as well as all these phone jail call clips, have been sitting on them for a while now because now you can't go up and get them. It's too late. They're all closed away now. So somebody had to be just waiting for their opportunity to release them. Um, so the theory of it being Gunner's camp and somebody that pulled this stuff, off of the websites or had access to them because they was on the case and then sat on it and being a possible PR. I'm gonna say that is, in my opinion, it's 50-50. It's 50-50 because let's say Young Thug is right later on as we get to this piece about Gunna's silence being a PR campaign. If Gunna really doesn't have the skin that we think that he has, meaning thick enough skin to always just be quiet, not address nothing, the tweets and just going on with your career, right? It's not easy for a man to feel like they're in the right and just continue for this amount of just being, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you and I chat where somebody says something about you. This is 1, 2, 3 people, whatever. We're talking about mega superstars, which means that thousands of people might be tweeting you this shit or calling you a rat or whatever daily. So if Gunn is being quiet and it's really his camp that's doing it, then all of this silence this whole time really would be like, it's cool because we know we fitting to get Thug when the time is right. I'm going to give it 50-50. All right. I'm going to fast forward now to a small piece.
Goddamn came home on some shit. We goddamn damn near everybody tell her. Right, ain't supposed to make it back.
Let me go back to small piece. Let me go back to small piece.
Yeah, interrogation shit came out too, and there was some shit in there. We're gonna talk about that. There was some shit in there like, damn, Slime, why you say that? What the hell wrong with you? But at the end of the day, I'm saying niggas wouldn't want to be like, yeah, man, fuck that nigga. If it didn't come with, you gotta think, bro. If people's out here in the motherfucker like free Slime to the death, like can't wait till you get out. But then when you got out, it was like he ain't learned. He's still the same. He want to go back just off of tweets and dissing and you know what I'm saying. That just like damn, bro. Like, bro, you just did some shit niggas don't do. You just goddamn came home on some shit with goddamn damn near everybody telling. Nigga ain't supposed to make it back, and you back. That's God. So it's like damn, it's like the universe too. What's making it like, yeah, spank him.
I think personally, no matter what I came out of jail and did, it still would have came out one day. Me personally. I understand what you're saying. Because it still came out when the whole world looked at me as a real nigga. My jail phone call got leaked.
They weren't pushing no narrative then though.
It don't fuck the narrative. I'm just saying coming out, no matter what. I feel like no matter what, it still would have came out. I know it would have. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it still would have, no matter what, bro. No matter what I would have got out of jail and did, it still would have came out. Yeah. Just because it was public record.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when the first shit came out, when the first few jail calls came out, or me and my girl just talking this shit, when those first few jail call came out, nigga, my team got in touch with the Cobb County people and stopped all of it. Like shut down the whole system. Now you can't go get none of that shit.
Okay.
So what they tell you? Somebody been had it. They got it back then. And they just waiting to release it.
Strategic.
No matter what.
See, so I'm going to say 50-50, okay? I'm going to say 50-50. Where's the Unfun piece? Because we're about to jump 20 minutes ahead, but if there's not an Unfun piece in the middle of this, then I'm going to give it to y'all from my own memory. But there's so many time spent stamps that we got to get to.
Just for the world to know. Because I told Savage no, I told Pluto no. Like, I told a few niggas who asked me, like, hey, bro, you told your brother to do that?
Here we go, right here. This is what I wanted us to get into before we skip ahead. All right. So the questions coming about, people from the internet, we was here, right? We remember them. Hey, is this hypocrisy once again? You're on the phone with 21 Savage, say, man, watch out. I ain't tell my brother to take no deal. He's capped. right? But then you get home and you tweet a couple weeks ago, like, man, I didn't want our mother to go through this anymore. So I told my brother to take the plea deal. Which one is it? All right, so let's hear him explain this.
I'm like, hell, no, I ain't telling him to do that. So obviously niggas that I fuck with in the streets, in the world, they looking at it like, all right, your brother did what wrong. You ain't tell your brother to do that.
Mhm.
So I gotta clean that up. Because I really did tell him after the case.
Yeah.
After the case. Hey, hell, no, I overly told him to take the charge.
But because it definitely looked like, damn, they took the same plea, so how the hell you gonna just single Gunna out? You know what I'm saying?
You know why? But you was done talking?
Nah, go ahead.
The reason why I differentiate his plea from their plea is that's like you telling your son to do something versus you not telling your son nothing and he do something.
Mm-hmm.
I told my brother to take the plea. We had a week and a half conversation, talking a week and a half. Every day in court. My first time seeing the nigga since we been in jail. We crying each other, all type of shit. I'm like, bro, get the fuck on. This nigga been in prison whole life. You think that nigga give a fuck about going to prison? Bro, that nigga a man, gangster. Stand on that. Home don't give a damn about no sentence. Home told me every day in court, he told me, hell no. Boy, you tripping, bro. Boy, I'm rocking. You my brother, nigga. You my real live brother. Like my mama had. Your mama and we got the same mama, nigga. You my brother. If you go to prison forever, I'm going to prison forever. Fuck that. He's just a freak nigga. That's how he looking at it. Mm-hmm. Hell no. Nigga, I'm crying to the nigga every day. Bro, please, bro. You just got out of prison, bro. You just did 12 and a half years. Get the fuck on, bro. Please, bro. I'm on the phone with my mama. Nigga, my mama crying every day, man. Both of my son, man, bro. Y'all come back to me. I don't give a fuck what happened. Y'all need to come back to me now. Woo. I'm telling my brother, gone. You got to get back with him, bro. I'm going to be all right. I'm good. I'm a man, bro. I'm standing on mine. I'm going to be all right. I need you to go, bro. That nigga crying to me, boy. Bro, do you understand what you telling me to do, bro? No. I'm a man. That nigga just had a life sentence, nigga, for not telling. He not a rat. No matter how you gonna look at nothing. This nigga just did a life. That nigga just had a life plus 10 prison sentence for not telling. They got this nigga on the phone.
Life plus 10 for the crime.
Yeah, for not telling.
Yeah.
Nah, they know he didn't do it.
They know he didn't do it?
They know he ain't do it. He got a life sentence. You know that that motherfucking judicial system here, bro. They know they got the nigga who did the murder on the phone 2 days after he did the murder, talking to somebody on the phone like, man, y'all niggas stop playing with my money. I just had to step on the nigga a few days ago for playing with my money. They got him on a wired phone call saying this. They know who did the murder. They know who committed the murder. When we had cameras at the house, when the murder got committed, my brother was in the house.
All right, so the whole story now about, why Unfun court charges, I'm going to skip some of that. The whole allegedly 2 guys, they robbing a Mexican ends up getting shot, another one gets away. But his brother allegedly is the one that gave them the gun, ran the gun to their car. Wasn't with them, but gave him the gun that the action happened with. So he came into the case. I'm going to skip all of that piece. But once again, at least he's taking accountability and he's owning up to, yes, I did tell my brother to take the plea. Same thing that what he tweeted, right? So he's contradicting the phone call, but he says prior that the reason why he said that on a phone call is because, again, I know that they're recorded. Okay. So if I say stuff like this, I could actually get charged for being on a call and telling people that I know about these people's pleas or what they're supposed to be doing or influencing or anything like that. Like that could be used against me in court. Okay. So when I'm on these recorded calls, I can't say that to 21 Savage. When he said, man, you know about your brother, I have to say no. All right. He lied seamlessly to Savage. It seemed like he was trying to be honest in the moment, at least. He's a good liar then. He's like, nah, watch out. Hey, that nigga Cap. He was very fast, sharp, and on point. But if he was on point, all jokes aside, because he knew that he could get in trouble for that, it just shows once again how much his court and his street smarts is in play, right? So we're always going to have to give you the credit for being smart. You're never going to be able to play stupid with us at any point in this interview because we're giving you that type of credit. We see that in you. So, all right, let me go ahead and move to the next timestamp. We're going to get into now him answering the difference between him doing an interrogation and Yak Gotti doing interrogation. This is about 20 minutes ahead. Let's go to right here.
Understand?
So what's the difference between Duke in interrogation room and that interrogation room, you in interrogation room? What's the difference?
Duke never was in the interrogation room.
I mean, not Duke. Yeah.
The difference with me and Yak situation is Yak in the interrogation room telling that Duke did the crime.
Yeah.
Not no bullshit, no funny shit in
Okay,
that.
go
Like,
ahead. Yeah.
ain't even no harsh feeling. I ain't
Yeah,
mad
yeah.
at nobody, none of that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. But what's the
I
di-
live and
okay, I
learn.
want to know what the difference is. I want to know your perspective on what's the difference between him in the interrogation room talking and you being in the interrogation room talking.
The difference is he told that Duke was locked up for these crimes. He told the police what Duke did.
Mm-hmm.
Like you told on Duke. That's the difference between his and mine. I didn't tell on Roscoe. I try to free Roscoe. But I'm saying Roscoe didn't shoot at the bus.
Yeah.
We be serving these niggas when they come to Atlanta. He ain't shoot at this bus. They ain't beefing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling the police.
Yeah.
Any street nigga in the world gonna understand that. Any street nigga in the world not finna say, oh, I read it, or I did what wrong. No nigga.
But what about the niggas who feel like you don't supposed to mention other niggas' name in front of the police though?
The police mentioned the names. I just gave them my stories.
Okay.
The police mentioned their name. I ain't bring no nigga name up in the interrogation. The police mentioned these.
Okay, so he's saying Roscoe coming up in that interrogation audio that dropped on him, he didn't bring up Roscoe's name. The police did. I went and fact checked it. Okay. Let's take this down for 1 second. Let's take it down because we have the audio. I got y'all. I got a timestamp for y'all and everything. Let's go to survey says. Is he lying or is he telling the truth? Let's see.
What's going on, man? How you doing? My name's David Racy.
You know me. I spent all day with you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Tell them what my nickname is.
Hip-hop lives in ATL.
Sexy teeth. You do got nice teeth. You do got nice. I wasn't out there, man. I was at a different location. Actually, I had training today, man, out in Gwinnett. So I missed the whole thing at your house, man. But figured we'd come talk to you anyway, man. The cat been treating you good, I guess, so far? Okay. Well, you have any reason, or do you know any reason why I would want to talk to you? Obviously, I'm from Cobb County.
Why would you?
Yeah, why I would want to talk to you.
The mom's in Cobb County?
Do what?
What is it?
No, relax, man, relax. We got something that's going on. It's something totally separate from what you got going on. We're not even here basically looking to talk to you about anything that we think you did wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's more just to get a feel and just get a background of everything that's going on. Does that make sense? Okay.
Hip-hop lives in ATL.
Anyway, man, what I would like to do is just talk with you and just, like I said, get background of this whole shebang of just the whole history of what's going on. I'm sure you know what happened in Cobb County, right, with Pee-wee and all that crap.
Oh, Roscoe.
Yeah, Roscoe.
Oh, yeah, with the Lil Wayne shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So if the accusations started to come about that he's the one that brought up Roscoe's name in there, survey says just now in this interview, he told the truth. Okay. I know some of y'all got scared just now in the chat. I saw somebody said, we kept the fire. Was that Sniper? In this interview, he just told the truth. If he would have got to this point in the interview and told me that big lie right there, I would be like, oh, you done for the rest of this shit. I'm on yo. Told the truth. The only thing is, I didn't know back then that Pee-wee and Roscoe was the same person when I first listened to the interrogation audio. I'm going to keep it 1,000 for people. Oh, I ain't give no fuck. I ain't Young Thug friend. I'm going to call it down the middle, call spade a spade. The detective said the thing with Pee-wee, and then he just said the alias. Oh, you mean Roscoe? Okay. Now you could still ask him after that. You mentioned Lil Wayne and Baby, right? They didn't have to mention Lil Wayne and Baby, but then he still can say, motherfucker, if you're telling me the thing over in Cobb County, you know, with Pee-wee, they're talking about the tour bus shooting because Pee-wee, aka Roscoe, is already locked up for it. So then when he goes, oh, you mean Roscoe? And then he says the name before Lil Wayne, they're kind of, he's like just not taking, he's not treating the detective like an idiot, pretty much. Is he talking about shit that he's not supposed to? Is it supposed to be? I don't got nothing to say to y'all. Period. Yes, he did violate the code. We can't go past that. But he's giving an excuse here that if you're looking to understand him, it's not like I'm sitting up here listening to like, what type of fool is this person taking me for? You know, he just gave an honest answer right there. You know, and it's true. The detective mentioned it first. Pee Wee, aka Roscoe.
He nigga name. I brought Guap name up, but I brought Guap name up to talk about my dealings with Guap. Like, I'm signed to Gucci. I'm not signed to Bird.
Yeah.
That's why Guap name came up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't bringing no nigga name up. You acting like I'm in this motherfucker saying, oh, Big Bank Black, a nigga who the police don't know. I'm naming Superstar. The police know every one of these niggas. You acting like I'm bringing the nigga name up there. I ain't saying you. I'm just saying, I ain't saying you. I'm saying like the world. Y'all acting like I'm goddamn bringing up a nigga name, putting a nigga on the police radar. Man, I'm talking about full-blown superstars. I'm talking about signing. I'm signing Guap. What the fuck could I do to get Guap in trouble? By saying I'm signed, I was signed to him. Like, what the fuck can I say about to get Birdman in trouble? Saying that Birdman and Wayne got a problem, not Roscoe and Wayne.
But can a nigga take that as you giving them you pushing it off on Bird? Like that's a motive. I check that motive.
No, because the work at that point it was already on fire. You got to understand, Wayne.
The man just asked you the question to play devil's advocate, and he's right. You want to know why he's right? Is because you're not in the mind of the detectives. In this moment, though, I do believe that Thug probably thought that he was just spinning. I don't think in that moment Thug thought that he was trying to say, hey, I just want you guys to leave me the fuck alone and go get Roscoe, who's already, incarcerated for this. I don't think that was his motive, right? But using the word motive. I've said the word motive on prior streams, and there's OG right here, Bank, just said the same fucking thing. But if you start to get into this conversation, the story and your experience around these names, the detectives could use that for motive. You think you spinning them, but they're smarter than you. They're taking your information and they can go use it for something else. They're establishing motive. There's no way around, unless you're just stupid. Anybody in the chat, anybody that watches this, anybody that's ever interrogated, you would be an idiot to think that if Lil Wayne's tour bus gets shot up and the authorities are trying to figure out why his tour bus was shot up, because when you go to court, it's not just tour bus has bullet holes in it. We think that this person did it, that we arrested, and jurors go in the back and deliberate and tell me guilty, not guilty. No, you prove your case with things like motive. Motive is always one of the biggest pieces to a trial. Like, why would somebody do this in the first place? Okay, look at Andrew Dufresne for Shawshank Redemption. Paint them as a jealous husband, or the liquor bottle. He was drunk. It's motive. Why would he kill the wife? He didn't actually, but why would you do it is always one of the biggest pieces, the motive. So if you're given the story of Lil Wayne and Baby's beefing over mixtape or album song labels or names and who owes who money, and you're giving the detectives motive for Baby to possibly want that tour bus shot up. And then they already have the side evidence of Roscoe makes phone calls after the shooting allegedly is completed. And one of them is to Baby. So now I get to do the word corroboration. I get to corroborate the information. I get to say tour bus shooting, ballistics, person that I picked up in a different state, Roscoe allegedly on the run, all this type of stuff. Maybe I ping his cell phone to this tower over here, put him in the location of the bus or close to. They had his white car, the Camaro, whatever. Like they had that, right? So I think I have my suspect. Cool. That's one piece. All right. He calls, like, why would he do it? What's his link to Lil Wayne? There's no ties between him and Lil Wayne that the prosecution could put on the table. So how do I even establish that I would say Roscoe would shoot this bus up on a random day? because he's tied to Baby. How do you got him tied to Baby? I got him tied to Baby because he even called him 2 seconds after the shooting happened. Okay, so he called this person Baby. Now, why would Baby want that tour bus shot up? Because he has beef with Lil Wayne behind millions of dollars in Fallout, and now siding with Young Thug, and Young Thug putting out this album, and Lil Wayne sucked my dick on stage, and he's in New Orleans, and this person's in Atlanta, then in each other's cities, dissing each other on stage. Okay, motive. Young Thug, whether you thought you were spinning on purpose or on accident, you gave the detectives motive. You have to understand that. Anybody that wants to be a street nigga or wants to end up in interrogation and not make the mistake needs to understand that. This is why they say, even if you think you're smart and you're spinning, just shut the fuck up. Because on accident, you still gave them motive. All right. Anyway.
He had already said they fuck nigga over my money. This shit was on the internet. He already said fuck the a nigga wear a dress, man. You don't listen to nigga music. He already did all this shit. He did. So this shit already in the public. This shit in the public eye.
You fucked up right there, Young Thug, because later on, I didn't even know I was going to get to this point right here. Later on, you're going to say about, damn, Thug, you just fucked up right here. It's piling, it's processing in my mind as I'm saying it. You just fucked up right here. And he's not lying. He just made a big mistake right there. You'll only find this take right here on this RS True podcast. Later on in this interview, he makes a point that Gunna doesn't know anybody on the case. So by him saying YSL is a gang, he's fucked up and he's foul for it. And he's saying the state is designating him and Gunna as number 1 and number 2 in YSL. And he says the same thing for the jurors. He says later on in this interview, he says the narrative that the prosecution overplayed and fucked up, they didn't have to do that because the jurors would already come up with the hypothesis in their own mind that if in this whole RICO with 28 different suspects, if you only got 2 of them, which are millionaires, Young Thug says it. He says they're going to already assume that Gunna and Young Thug are the number 1 and number 2, which means that Gunna saying yes, ma'am, is a bad thing because they're painting you as number 2, also because you are the second millionaire in all these 28 people. But in this piece right here, what he just said was the public is going to ride on you with this situation allegedly because they already know about Baby and Little. You can't do both. You see the contradiction there, and I don't even think he's doing it on purpose. I'm just saying that's a contradiction, because if we're gonna say Gunna is wrong because the jurors are gonna come up with this, but the truth of the matter is he ain't no number 2. He just happens to be a millionaire because I made him a millionaire. He ain't no street nigga. He ain't did nothing. He don't know these people. He ain't commit none of these crimes. But his yes man is going to be interpreted heavy because of the perception. But then you're going to dumb it down and say the perception over here is Lil Wayne and Baby's beef, and you dumb it down over there, but then you can't. Because if the perception is what matters, even though you're saying it's false, then that's just going to lead to your interrogation audio of saying anything related to Baby and Lil Wayne's beef. It's got to match then the same way they put a false perception on Gunna. If you're going to say the Gunna shit could hurt you. So if Gunna could hurt you, even though it's false, then you could hurt them, even though it's only in the public. You can't talk about what's this. This is why this is why King Yella fucked up with that shit. It don't matter whether you're trying to, when the detective sits you down and say, yo, is FBG Duck a GD and is Lil Durk a beat or whatever, right? And you say, oh, I'm only saying 600 Breezy is this because the whole world knows it already. It's about shutting the fuck up. It's about shutting the fuck up, because we see, obviously, to Young Thug's own admission about Gunna, they're going to use it, whether it's right or wrong. So then you can't talk about Lil Wayne and Baby then. Damn. Okay, let's continue.
I'm not sitting here telling them nothing, giving them something to go with, a story to go with. I'm in this motherfucker saying, man, y'all, what you talking about? Like, what the problem is with Bird and Wayne? You know what they saying the problem is? They saying that Birdman, they paid them. Mm-hmm. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? Yeah. Like, you know that. Even though I feel like, personally, I shouldn't even been saying that, because y'all already know that. Yeah. So why do I got to sit in here and reiterate that? But you know, you just a young nigga. You just in this motherfucker thinking you flamming these folks.
Yeah.
But the difference is, I'm telling these nigga my partner ain't committed the crime that he in jail for. And a nigga like that telling the police that Duke committed the crime that he in jail for. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Me asking you, do you understand the difference?
I understand it different, but like I said, Slime, I told you this, like, you know, looking at it from the side is like, why would you tell that lady, take your number?
Next up.
I told, if you look at the whole interview, and I'm gonna put the not the audio, I'm gonna put the video out so you can see the actual video too. I told the lady to take my number on some flirtation shit. Like, we just flirting. When we first come in the room, I was flirting with off top, all this shit on video. When we come in the room, I'm flirting with her. When we sit down talking.
Okay. So Roscoe said this on Academics with 6ix9ine the other day, and we started flipping the fuck out. Like, really, Roscoe? Now you're gonna tell me at the end of that interrogation audio, this man, Young Thug, says to the detectives, "Hey man, if y'all ever need anything, take my number. Just don't tell the world." It's because you're flirting with the detective, female detective that was in there. We were just like, "Oh, it's over." Roscoe, you just keep making things worse for Young Thug. But Young Thug is doubling down with that. Forget Roscoe. Young Thug is doubling down with that reason right here in his interview. Survey says, is that true or is that false? Let's bring let's bring it back up. Let's see. Let's see if he goes 2 for 2 with his honesty. Let me go back a little bit and see if we catch it when he first comes in. Hold on.
That's where we at. We are done.
Hip hop lives in ATL.
Williams. And pretty decent. Everybody get it together. Respectful talk. Told you. I'm gonna challenge you to be a man. That's right. So just remember, that's all about progression.
Hip hop lives in ATL.
And nails over here.
What's that?
And nails over here on the floor. Don't say
That ain't mine. All right, guys, y'all take care. We'll see you.
What's going on, man? How you doing? My name's David Racy.
You know me. I spent all day with you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Tell them what my nickname
Hip
is.
hop lives in ATL.
Sexy teeth. You do got nice teeth. You do got nice. I wasn't out there, man.
Survey says he told the truth again right there. Okay. There's a difference between telling the truth, but something still being wrong, though. All right. He told the truth early when she first walks in. What she says, you know me already. That's a whole nother ball game. Some people might fuck with that, but anyway, what do they call me? Tell them what they call me. Sexy teeth. Oh, you do got nice teeth or whatever. I'm sorry, people, but you work with you not work with you interact with women enough. Little things like that I could be fucking you tonight just from compliments like that, depending on the type of conversation and vibe. Sometimes it happens that easy. You got a nice smile. Okay. Take my number. Call me in case you need anything. But the truth is, yes, there is flirtation happening between Young Thug and the female detective. But 2, here's the wrongs of it. 1 is, use a street nigga. You should be smart enough to know that the food, hey man, you're not in trouble. Hey, shake my hand. I'm here to help you. Or even flirting. It's all the play. It's all the game. It's all the detectives just trying to outsmart you, make you comfortable, let the dreads down, and give them what they're really there for. They don't give 2 fucks about you. They want to put anybody that they think is involved in this shit that they're fucking following up on behind bars. So flirting is, if I'm sitting in an interrogation room and a female detective comes in and says, "Oh, I love your tattoos and your smile, and I heard about you before. Oh, you find it in person and all that." I'm probably gonna. This is my spin. Oh no, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Right? In my mind, I'm just like, wow, really? You lying the fuck out of me. Tell me that outside, when I ain't in trouble, right? Then I believe you. In this interrogation room, get every single syllable you say is tactical. They actually practice and study and go through exercises of how to get into the psyche of the person they're interrogating and get the information that they want. So that's number one. Number two, at the end of the interrogation, when it's over, there's just no denying the fact that he says the words, just don't let anybody know. Just don't let the world know. Now, if you're flirting and exchanging phone, I ain't never give my number to a woman or get a woman's phone number and tell her just don't tell the world. Well, then again, maybe I hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Nah, I'm joking. I'm happy. I think I'm joking. I don't want to lie, so I'm trying to be careful. I'm thinking for real. But y'all got the joke that I'm saying right now, right? You know, if I'm telling somebody that, it's because it's not because I don't want, it's because maybe I don't know. Is she what had happened in battle rap space? All right, let me create a hypothetical. How about that? Let's say it's the battle rap space. Like, I don't want people in my business. I'm a very private person. People that know me for real, they know like family and my lady or whatever and all of that. Like, I don't put that out. Like, people don't be in my business like that publicly. But if I exchange a number with you and I say don't tell the battle rap world, that means you was fucking. You know what I'm saying? It's a hypothetical. But all jokes aside, man, the verbiage and the way that interview ends, with you saying, if you ever need anything else, right? If you're gonna say that that's flirting, it's just hard for us to put the two together. He says now that he's trying to get the video to show us. What are you gonna show us? You smiling at each other? It just it you wouldn't accept the same if that was Gunna or if that was somebody else, right? Young Thug wouldn't accept that. If he's head honcho and somebody brings him that audio and says, yo, look at your man, you're not accepting the person coming and say, I was just flirting. You can't. It's dangerous to take that type of excuse. I'm not trying to say that people would be gullible in that sense, but they would be gullible in that sense. Because even if it's true, if you really into some street shit, there's just certain things you just can't accept because it's dangerous to say, right or wrong, right? It could still hurt me. It could still kill us. It could still put me in jail. So that audio comes out and you close it out by saying, if there's anything else y'all ever want to know, here's my phone number. Just don't tell the world. I'm only, as a street nigga, I'm only supposed to interpret that as that's dirty. Right? Whether he was now, you know what I'd rather Thug say in this situation? Not that he was flirting. And I think he's being honest because we just played the audio, right? I think he's being honest. But I would rather you say that was just part of your spin. We both in there acting over friendly to each other. You know? So now I just want them to believe that I'm on their side. The same way they want me to believe that they're here to help me. I'd rather him just say that. You know? It's still going to be wrong, but I'd rather that. All right, let's get back to the audio.
She's sitting at the table. I'm talking to her. I'm flirting with this bitch. Not mean to call her no bitch. I'm flirting with this lady. Like, and at the end of the video, when everybody getting up and leaving out the room, I'm still talking to her because she getting up late. Like, she still like getting her shit together and getting up. Like, well, all right, goddamn good talking to you. Woo, woo, woo. And I'm like, man, you don't know anything. Get my number, baby. I made promises. You know, I'm just flirting with the lady. Obviously, the world gonna look at how they want to look at it.
But that's wrong shit to say, Slime. Now, just looking back on, don't you feel like that's wrong shit to say?
I feel like that's the wrong shit to say if I was saying it for the reason, if I was saying it for another reason.
I'm saying hearing it.
His OG is definitely keeping it 1,000 with him there. Say that's the wrong shit to say, man. You know it is. And he says, I think it's the wrong thing to say if. The moment that we do that, Thug, and so far in this interview, I'm just calling it down the middle once again. So far in this interview, I think Thug is doing very well for himself. Let's be clear. We're not even halfway through. He's doing very, very well for himself. But there's no way Thug as a street nigga could really think that we're just going to sit here and accept the if. Because anybody could use that same if that he's giving right here. I think that is the wrong thing to say if my intentions was really to get somebody locked up. That would just open up the game to people having so much gray area to say whatever the fuck they want to authorities. You see what I'm saying, Thug? You just got to, you're better off right here just saying, yeah, it was wrong. I was flirting, but I was flat out. Fuck it. I fucked up. Fuck. Period. All right, let's move to the next topic. It's only like 5 minutes up, but let's get to it. I got it marked off at an hour, about 30 something. Here we go.
This is how I feel, Slime. Me to you. I know you said this shit probably would have came out or whatever. This would have happened, that would have happened, this would have happened. But what I'm saying is, even in there, I don't feel like you realized what you was going through. And then when you got out, I don't feel like you was focused, bro, the way you should have been. Like, I don't feel like, I feel like you taking your blessing for granted. That's just how I feel. Like, I ain't here to condemn or goddamn protect. I ain't here to do nothing but get your perspective and feel your energy, bro. So what I'm telling you, and I'm hoping you feel mine, I'm saying, I feel like you probably got out of jail and truly went with the narrative y'all went with. What was it?
Truly humble on the gut.
Yes, sir. I don't feel like you came home humble, bro. Enough. And I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm from the sideline. I talked to you when you first got out, first day you got out, you gonna live and call me on through. I was like, what I say? Bro, fuck all that. Get home and get to it. Nothing else. I don't feel like you did. I feel like you came home playing again, bro.
Mm. Mm. Damn, I fuck with Thug here, man. Like, he's listening.
Me personally, I don't know.
He's trying to listen.
Just to be honest, bro. I don't
Damn.
know. I don't know. I think the crazy part is I thought I came home on fire. I thought I came home just like popping that shit and just living life and getting back to life and enjoying. Like, but you still gotta understand this too, man. My whole life, I poured into people. I built niggas' foundations. I built niggas up my whole life. Any nigga you can name, I play a major part in their success.
I witnessed that.
And I feel like you got to look at it you got to step in my shoe, bank. I got to get out of jail and rebuild. I got to get out of jail and rebuild this shit. I can't get out of jail just hit the ground running. That's what dumb niggas do. That's what a fuck nigga do. They go past what the fuck they did wrong and they just keep going.
Rebuilding doesn't mean what? Like rebuilding your mental?
Rebuilding my mental, rebuilding my financial stability, rebuilding my organization, rebuilding like the way the world looked at me, the way the world perceived me. Cause you gotta think, I get out of jail. Yeah, I spent my last 10 years every day with my friends. And we building, we showing the world, this how you supposed to be, this how brothers is, this hood is, this how we supposed to do it, this what we doing. So I get out of jail, now I don't got them friends no more. So I just get out of jail. I'm used to being with them. My last 10 years, I've been with them every day. So I get out of jail, now I gotta learn how to not be with them. And not because they dead or they went to prison or they did it, because they betrayed me. I can't just get out of jail just going forward, bro. Like, I thought I was though. But this situation at hand just let me know, like, damn, you ain't going forward. You wasn't going forward. But then I look at it like, damn, why I ain't going forward and not going forward like success? Because I don't look at them nigga like they successful.
I ain't moving on.
Why I ain't moving on? And I think like, because I gotta rebuild.
So do you think watching a nigga look as if they like Gunna? You think watching Gunna look as if though he ain't hurting about this shit or moving on, that shit hurting you even more? You don't like the word hurt. I see how you looked at that. But a nigga gotta know when they hurt, bro. Cause all thing you're explaining is you talking about betrayal, those words bring heartbreak.
Yeah, but bro, we gangsters, bro. We men, bro. We bosses, bro.
Ain't no such thing, bro. I cried on the internet about that. Give a fuck. I ain't that gangster.
I know.
Nigga, our heart is fragile. Cause I look, and I said this and I just seen on, I don't listen to all them jail calls too. Yeah. Like, man, what the hell this nigga talking about today? But I said, I listened to that motherfucker and you said something like, cause I had already told Lil, I said, bro, the reason why Slime, and it's just me, I could be tripping. The reason why Slime ain't fuck with Gunna, cause he already done put the word out and stamped it to niggas and he gotta stand with these niggas. Not saying it's right or wrong, it's like, shit, how the hell I'm finna make these niggas fuck up their friendship or whatever, they camaraderie with the nigga, and then I come home. I feel, and then I ain't never told you this. I talked to Gunna when he first got out of jail. I was trying to get an interview with him.
Damn, I wish he would have stayed on that point and let Doug respond to that before changing it to this topic. He's getting into now when he spoke to Gunna when Gunna first came out, but hold on, we can't skate past that because it's true. That did come out of Thug's own audio clips that was dropping. That's when he was arguing with 21, and 21 was like, man, I don't think you should play it that way. I think you should come out, you know, if you don't do it this way, Gunna, I'm gonna tarnish your face card and all that and make all the money. How do we best capitalize on this? That was 21's advice. And Thug was just like, but I'm spitting in y'all face then. I'd already stamped this man a snitch. I already took the position that I take. But then I turn around and I'm moving away like Gunna is good. Meanwhile, young baby, 21, Dirk, all these people then already turned on Gunna for me. And that's where the debate started about like, yeah, but them niggas jumped the gun. You know, like and Savage was like, nah, you know, uh such and such unfollowed him. And Young Thug was trying to contest that by saying, "Yeah, but that don't mean nothing. That's little boy shit." No, not in today's social media world. These big celebrities unfollow each other. That's pretty much like a fuck you. He said Dirk came out and said something too, addressed them. He said 21's like nigga jumping the gun, you know, which makes it tougher for Young Thug to go anywhere backwards or reverse from fuck you Gunna. It's like you got to stand on that. I wish he would have stayed on that point right there, but he's doing an incredible job with this interview because it's more personal between two people that actually know each other.
You like, man, I ain't worried about none of these niggas saying, I know my brother in that box fucked up. I was just in that motherfucker fucked up. That nigga mind ain't right. Whatever. I don't give a fuck if he is telling these niggas fuck me. If it ain't fuck me when he get out of jail, they're my brother. You know what I'm saying? I love that nigga. I know he love me. He knowing I wouldn't have did that shit. I triple asked them folks, is this gonna affect my brother? That's what he told me. I took it for face value. That's what he told me.
That ain't the truth.
I'm just telling you, I'm on the outside looking in. I'm just telling you what he said. That's what he said. He said,
oh, I ain't saying that the truth he said. I'm saying,
yeah, that's what he said. He like, I'm just waiting on his word.
I don't know, cause his lawyer could have told him. His lawyer could have fed him some bullshit. My lawyer's just a real one. Brian, a real man. He gonna tell you, hey, this what we got strength at in this trial. This what we lack at. This what you fucked up at in this trial. This what you got their ass. So that's part of the reason why I took my plea. Cause he like, you gonna win the case 100%. You gonna get acquitted. But you can't get acquitted for the shit that they found in your house. It's in your house, the house in your name, everything. Like, even though it ain't your shit, they still got the law tell the jury you must charge the owner of the house with these items if it's in his house.
Mm-hmm.
So Brian always told me, like, this is where you gonna get convicted at. This is where I feel like you could get convicted at. He said you still can win it for sure. I think you're gonna win it. But I can't tell you, I can't be no bullshit like the other nigga lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta tell you, hey, this is where you strong at. You strong at every corner of this case except this one. The shit they found in your house, you not strong in that. No matter what. 9 times out of 10, you will get convicted of this.
No, I'm thinking about you saying like you had to rebuild, you had to move on to niggas for 10 years. You had your partner that been with you 10 years and then every day. But I used to see you and Gunna every day. Like every day, like to the max. Like you and Duke day every day, but it was a different every day with you and Gunna. What I'm saying is that shit like a marriage. You dig what I'm saying? So
it's like you having your wife, bro. And this ain't even just your wife. She came in with you. She came into the relationship bossed up, millionaire, doing this shit. She came a bomb. She came with nothing. You made her a millionaire. You foundated her. You built her.
Understand now he's gonna start getting passionate into the Gunna topic, and don't lose sight of this first piece that he's saying here. He said, "No, this ain't the wife that came with shit to the table." Calling Gunna is like an example of like his wife, but he's saying he poured a lot into this guy. Like he created Gunna. He gave him money when he was broke, paid for mama's houses, bought the cars, did all of this for him, and you got to really be in the shoes to feel a certain level of betrayal. You know, I think it's very easy for us to say, nigga, move on, or y'all both bossed up, or y'all both millionaires, y'all both went, y'all both still superstars, y'all both still got a career and whatever. I think it's easy to be on the outside and lose track of if you really are Young Thug over the course of this 10 years, being right next to this man, treating him as a brother, being with him more than you're with your own girlfriend. For real, for real. This is what out of Young Thug's mouth. Investing this much time and energy and belief into him and then feeling betrayed. It's a machete across your heart. A machete, you know? And I think we got to look at that side of the coin as he gets into some of this.
With all honesty, like you built her just on some honest shit, not even on no, I'm finna build this project. It's just like, damn, boy, I look at the little nigga like my little brother. I love that nigga. I'm finna try my best to help the nigga do something. I ain't even know this nigga rap when he first came around me. I just was just like on some shit like, man, everybody with me, I'm taking them with me. We going with, I'm finna figure it out. If he don't rap, I'm finna, whatever we put on this internet and the fans say, what the fans commit him, the fans put on him, that's what I'm finna make him go with. If we get on the internet, he don't even gotta be a rapper. If the fans say, but then nigga got this shit, this nigga drippy as a motherfucker. But I'm finna make sure you fresh as a motherfucker every time they see you. Like I'm just don't do whatever I can do to help my niggas.
Yeah.
Or my girl, like whatever. I'm doing whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying?
So have you ever actually sat down and thought to yourself, how do I really feel about this? Not how, well, I take it back to this. How do Jeff feel about this before I saw my brother get killed? How would he feel about this?
About what?
About Gunna, period. Just all the way. Like, how do you, like, if I'm trying to get you tap into, like, how do you really, really feel? I know how you know how we know how we supposed to feel about shit. Fuck that nigga crawl me. That's how we supposed to feel.
Like how you really feel.
Yeah, how you really feel about this shit. Like, I really, really feel.
I feel like True word. King True. That's where King Spider come from. King True is the big homie.
Where you might get.
Yeah. King True, our big homie.
Yeah.
I honor True words to the T, no matter what. I'm with him to the T. He not a bad man. He a real man to me. What I identify as a man. I honor his words. He told me before he died. He didn't tell me on his dying bed. He just told me before he died. Gunna is my son. Take him with you, Thug. Get him out of the hood. Get him out of Shady Park. Take that boy with you. That's my son. And then just so happened, he just ended up dying. And I honor his word. I honor his word, bro. I took that nigga with me everywhere, bro. This my man's, bro. Whatever you will, all the bullshit that I knew about you, all the shit you did, the shit that sitting on the porch talking about your cousin, damn near telling on the goddamn to the Crime Stopper people. All this shit, I knew all this shit later on, but I knew this shit. And I just found a way to love you. You know what I'm saying? I knew it. And I just love you because I just honor True word. And I feel like whatever, I don't know what True told you, but I know he told you something good. And I feel like you just didn't honor the word. You ain't honor that, bro. You ain't even honor brotherhood. We ain't even talking about True. We just talking about brotherhood. We from the street, bro. You know how hard it is for us to become successful men? Make millions of dollars. If a nigga take me from where I'm at, sleeping on my mama's motherfucking couch, to making millions of dollars, I'm dying before I go against him. No matter what, I'm gonna die before I go against him. No matter what.
I don't think he feel. Now, I ain't, you know, like I said, I ain't here to goddamn protect or condemn nobody. I don't feel like he crossed you though.
Me personally, as a man, me knowing him, he's smarter than he looked. Gunna's a smart man. He let his silence make you think other things about him. He's a smart man. He's strategic. I taught him how to be. The thing about it is, when it come down to being real, the strategicness go away from me when it come to being a man, like standing on man business, a man. I know how to be strategic, but I forget to be strategic when it come to that. I'm gonna say the truth. I'm gonna pour it out what it's supposed to be. Life to him is just all about being strategic. It ain't about nothing about being a real man or like coming to grips with what's going on or just like knowing like I did that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna always be some strategic shit behind it.
So you like, it just came out the blue. You know, usually when niggas, if you the nigga you describing, you would have been saw that though. So you saying this just came out the blue with that case? Or?
Nah, but The crazy part is, bro, he done already did some shit that's a violation.
But like,
Don't nobody really know about it but me and goddamn Cash, XO, my brother. He already done did some shit that was a violation that I supposed to cut him off for. He already done.
I'm going to fast forward 5 minutes only because he's never going to really tell us what this piece is. Right. I wish we knew. And sometimes you have friends like that, you know that they got past shit on them. And I'm not saying it has to be snitching, but sometimes it's snitching too, right? Like you never know. But they did shit that is violation, or they did shit that you're not really supposed to fuck with a man or fuck with this particular person about. But you love them, you get past it. And I've always said when it comes to relationships, and that's whether you're talking about romantic relationships or just friendly or friend or brotherhood or sisterhood type of relationships, or even paternal, right? No relationship is perfect. The way that me personally, I've always tried to designate it's time to get away from this person or it's time to get away from this woman is if the relationship just simply has more downs than ups. Every relationship is going to have a roller coaster at some point, ups and downs. If you think that you're looking and you're waiting for a relationship to stay on 10 or perfect, you're never going to find it. The honeymoon phase is going to go away, whether you're talking about, once again, romantic, paternal, brotherhood, friend mode, whatever. It's going to go away. There's going to be times where you argue. There's going to be times where you disagree. There's going to be times where you feel like, oh, you fucked me over. And you try to get past it. But if you down below this 50% mark more than you above it, get away from that person. All right? So he's not going to explain that Gunna piece to us. I wish he would. I want to know what else Gunna did in the past. But let me go up to 116.25, 5 minutes up. And this is going to move us further into what could Gunna say to you? And let's see how Doug reacts to that. 116.25, right about here-ish to a degree.
he might want to say something, but he know. So I don't want no conversation. What can I say?
I feel like you portrayed a certain image as soon as you got out of jail. Because nobody know you did what you did in the courtroom. So as soon as you got out of jail, you portray. As soon as you get out of jail.
For like a couple hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you got out portraying a certain thing, a certain image. Woo woo. You saying these words. You saying goddamn this and that. You saying this when you first get out of jail. You saying all this shit. Then the video come out. Then it's just like, but this what the world got to start doing, Bank, including you. We got to start putting ourselves in people's shoes. That's why I said, if you were him, knowing everything that you know, what would you say?
I probably would do the same thing, not say shit, because I'm knowing my man. I don't want to say nothing to the internet or to nobody else. I know that nigga don't want to hear this shit.
No, but you got to understand, the way you put it is almost like you, this interview is almost going to be you telling him what he can go with. We ain't talking about that. We talking about fuck none of that. Nah, cause you gotta think. Like you gotta think. If he's sitting around saying like,
that's smart.
Damn,
what
smart.
His next move.
We ain't talking
smart.
about that. It's cool. I tell him his next move because I'm just a nigga like that. Like I don't want to see no nigga down. I tell a nigga move.
I'll
Bro,
tell
do
him
this.
that move.
You fucked up, but you can do this right here. You can do this.
Okay, all right.
We just saying man to man.
Let me say this. When you just sat there and said you wouldn't take the conversation, that would make me say that. But all right,
obviously,
if you'd said you took the conversation, then I would have said what I say.
I ain't talking about what you'll say to me. What you'll say about what you did. Okay, just say you'll say it to me.
Hold on, what he said to me. I told you what he said to me earlier. That's what he said. The truth. You asked me what he said it already. I just told you.
Yeah, I ain't never heard that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just told you, he said, goddamn, bro, all these niggas on the internet saying whatever they saying, fuck that shit. I know my brother in that box, he ain't in the right head space. I know that nigga love me. He know I love him. I swear I would have never did nothing that I feel like it hurt this nigga, man. I was just waiting till he get on. He gonna have to say fuck me.
I understand all that. I feel like me being a man and we just talking about feelings and just putting it on the line.
And he probably gonna be mad at me for telling you he said it, but he said it.
What I'm saying is I understand that. I would think that he would say something like that. Obviously, if you did some bullshit to your big brother, that's one of the things you can say. Bro, I got them, but these folk did it. These folk tricked me. You know what I'm saying? That's something you can say. That's any nigga. If you would have did what's wrong, if you would have did what Gunna did, you would have said the exact same thing. Bro, they my brother, bro. Like, bro, I'm just Wayne goddamn, but these folks tricked me. We ain't talking about none of that bullshit, none of that cap. We talking about man to man. Why did you do what you did? Cause I'm here.
You want to go home?
Cause I'm here right now in this interview telling you why I did what I did. Cause I'm a man, nigga. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. I'm standing on business as a man, nigga. I'm speaking what I did.
You said
This why I did
it. Why he did it, basically.
He can't. That's what I'm trying to make you say. What the fuck can he say? Why you did that? What can you say? Besides some fuck nigga shit. What can you say? That'll make anybody in the world be like, I understand. What can you say? Nigga, I created you, nigga. Well, God created you, but I helped. I was a part of your journey. I've been with you the last 10 years. I spent more time with you than my girl, bro. I was around you.
As much as this is a serious interview, I gotta laugh at that part. Said that's gonna be a quotable for real. I created you. Well, God created you, but I helped. I'm trying to be serious, man, because this is really, really an in-depth, serious interview, B. But if I'm gonna be able to use at least one quotable to have some fun with on today's stream, it's gonna be that one, B. All right, my bad.
More than I with my fucking girlfriend, bro. With my kids. I done had them phone calls with my baby mama saying, man, you be with these niggas more than your motherfucking children, bro. You supposed to be smart enough, and I know you smart enough. You supposed to be a man enough. You supposed to be smart enough to say, I'm not finna do that. So I know all this shit that nigga sacrifice. I'm not doing it.
In your mind, you taking that nigga fuck you.
That's what it is. What else can it be? Obviously, you gonna say, well, I'm finna do what I'm finna do, and goddamn, I'ma just keep telling the world, man, and my brother, I love him.
So you saying his whole campaign is a PR stunt?
Not even to like bash him and then, bro. Cause I'm really.
But that's what you saying.
Yeah, I ain't even trying to. I'm just saying, like, I ain't even trying to bash him and then, but it's like you can't say nothing to make a man or what we identify as a real nigga that stand on morals and principles. It ain't nothing you can say, but the victim, like, bro, these folk tricked me. Well, I got down. They're my brother, no matter what. They're my brother.
I see. I'm watching some of the chat, y'all, as I'm going back and forth, and I do see some of he's deflecting. Let me just pause for 1 second, people, and say this. I'm not seeing as much deflection. I'm seeing a lot of wounds that he's carrying from this shit. And I think that he's pleading that y'all are not standing in my shoes. Y'all don't know more than I do, and y'all haven't experienced more, been through more behind the shit than me. And of course, that's true. Obviously, he didn't spend 3 years, and he was the one next to Young Thug. I mean, Gunna as his brother for the last 10 years, right? I think he's bleeding out like y'all don't see it. Y'all are turning and looking from too much hindsight. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me say this piece though. I could almost agree with him wholeheartedly about sometimes a person is in a position where they have nothing to say. Now, if you was here on earlier in the stream, if not, rewind, and we may revisit the topic again later on because I think it comes back up in this interview about Gunna's quietness being strategic, not more so like I'm just trying to move on, but strategic. And allegedly him also being behind, or his camp being behind the audio leaks because he's part of the case and got them before they got shut down on the site. Okay. If you missed that piece, we covered that already. But it is very, very true that you could be crossed at such a violation level that, yeah, you might speak to the other people. Like Banks said, yo, I'm telling you, Gunna called me when he got out, and he, you know, I spoke to him, and he told me I ain't try to hurt Gunna. I mean, I ain't try to hurt Thug. I love him. He loved me or whatever. That's not right. That's not true. I'm literally living through some of that right now. I just had this conversation with my brother Tate. My brother Tate has another brother who's no longer one of my brothers, right? Because one of my other brothers for 30 plus years did some shit that I can't forgive. It's the same shit as this. It's just not some snitching street shit. Okay. I just can't forgive it. Right. And because And it's not just my brother Tate. Like there's like my man AB too. AB is the reason why I went to New York a couple weeks ago for a funeral. And the person that used to be my brother, I'm glad we didn't have to cross paths because I was there during the first day services and then I had to leave. And then my ex-brother popped up the next day. And I'm glad we didn't have to see each other. I'm glad. Right. And I guess I just give that example because that's what happens in a family and a friendship dynamic when, let's say, somebody does something wrong. Like in my situation that I'm speaking on right here, there's no right to it at all. You could give excuses, or you could try to say, I did this because, or I made this mistake because, and you could try that. That's fine. But it's not one of them scenarios where it's like, well, I could see it from this person's perspective. I could see it from that person. It's so one-sided where it's just like you did something wrong and somebody caught you. You know what I'm saying? So because of all these other friends now, of course that person has had conversations with other people, right? Because they're still cool with him. They've been 20, 30 plus with him, some blood related to him too. So they trying to be as neutral as possible. And I'm cool with that. I ain't asking nobody to cut him off. I didn't do none of that shit with nobody. I didn't call nobody and say, don't fuck with him. I didn't. I just said, I'm not fucking with him. And this is what this nigga did. He almost lost his life one night behind what he did, you know? And then whatever he says to our other friends, he says to them. Some of it get back to me, some of it don't, I'm sure. But he can't say nothing to me. And it's not just because I know ARP will fuck around, take flight on me for trying to say something to him. Or it's not just because I know ARP lived through it. So he's going to have a different perspective than anybody else I could talk to in a circle. Because he's seen with his own eyes. He was there. You know? Or I know how ARP is. I grew up with him. It's used to be my brother. ARP ain't no shifty ass nigga. He ain't playing about what I did. So you have to sit in your own, and I don't think certain people never face it. You have to sit in your own embarrassment, but you could never feel comfortable approaching that person. And that's your own stomach. That's your own heart. That's your own soul. That's your own karma, you know? And I'm living through it right now myself. I'm seeing it. So I could identify with this right here. This don't feel outside looking in, hindsight 20 for me. I'm like, nah, because it's not a situation where we feel like Thug and Gunna was fighting and then Gunna did something and Thug was hurt. No, you guys was brothers. You guys was making money. A trial or a RICO charge came down, and then I never did nothing to you. You just happened to do something to me on this case. And there's nothing you could say now, because up until this RICO charge shit came, we was brothers. I could relate. Nigga, we was on you was on vacation when this shit happened. We being regular family brothers when this shit happened. And you did something that's 1,000% violation on your own accord. You did something on your own that is violation. So you can't, what are you going to say? Your silence, everybody from the outside looking in is thinking like your silence is just because you're moving on or because you're telling them that you didn't do nothing wrong. But I'm the only one in the world. Well, I'm not, but I'm the only one, the main person in the world that, because I was there, that knows you did 1,000% wrong. So it don't matter what you tell. You really can't speak to the main person that saw it with his own eyes, though. You can never say nothing to me. So Gunna having these conversations outside of Thug, I get it. And Bank didn't really catch that right there. Like he's like, yo, Gunna told me, but why you can't tell Thug? Can't. And then if people don't understand what those shoes walk like, then you look at Thug a certain way. No, Thug's just standing on what Gunna did to him. That's a fact. It's a fact.
No matter how you gonna say that to a nigga, what are you talking about? We all in this motherfucking trial pushing YSL is not a game. This is the narrative. What's the worst betrayal you can do in a trial? Well, we saying YSL is not a game. What's the worst you can do? Say it's a fucking game.
Oh, you could do worse,
Nigga,
but
them folk called you second in charge. Them folk called you CEO, second man in charge.
Hold up, let me say this though. What about the niggas who actually started YSL with you? Didn't they take their plea before Gunna?
No, he the first plea.
For real?
Gunna took the first. He know that. You know that.
I didn't know that.
Gunna took the first plea.
I thought them niggas already telling them.
No, Gunna took they had already told back in the day on crimes and shit that they was involved in and all that.
On the RICO?
Nah,
No, see, look.
the RICO came in 2022.
I'm thinking.
The RICO came March 9th, 2022, man.
What's the little dude?
I mean, May 9th.
From your hood that's
DK.
started, and who is another one too?
Slug?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that them two are already saying like, just say Vincent, if me, Shy, and Cub start a gang, right?
Yes.
And we all identify as the three founders.
Right.
And we signed Thug. And the two founders saying, yeah, it's a game. But Bank saying it's not. How is Thug wrong for just being an artist by saying it is too? That's what I'm thinking happened.
Nah, that ain't what happened. That ain't what happened, man. The first plea took was Gunna plea. Ever. The first plea took was Gunna. Slug, all them took pleas after Gunna. Everybody took the plea after Gunna. I can't even be as mad at them as I can be as him. I should, because y'all still grown men. No matter what this nigga say, y'all grown men, just like me. When he said YSL was a game, the smartest thing for me to do is say, yeah, it is a game. Fuck it. One of the niggas who they saying is a founder of it, he's not even a founder. One of the niggas who they saying is a founder of it that came on out and took a plea and said it's a game. You'll be a motherfucking idiot to sit in here saying that it's not a game. When you got a nigga who these folk done labeled as the second man in charge.
That's what I thought happened, but the other way around.
No, he took the plea first. Gunna took the plea first. Gunna took the plea first. Then them niggas started taking the plea when we start going to court.
I'm just saying, yesterday, before we even had this interview, and we were talking about this evolving topic of is taking pleas snitching, right? One thing I said was, if you are the last to take a plea, I could almost never equate that to snitching if everybody else's their charges and their pleas or their convictions is already signed and sealed, done, like complete 100% done. It's all well. Then again, I got to be careful with that because you have something called appeals. But anyway, well, you don't appeal a plea; you appeal a conviction. No, okay. So if I'm last to take a plea and I'm saying YSL is a gang and 5 people said it before me, I mean, what the fuck? Like, I didn't snitch. I just gave up. You know, I'm trying not to say I'm going to continue to blow trial and get slapped with the max at sentencing because they got 8 other of my co-defendants saying something opposite from me. Okay, so I understand that, right? Yeah, but I just thought about that. Like, what if somebody wants to appeal? So convictions versus pleas is different, like as far as order of how people should look at it. But there is no escaping that you have to look at whoever takes a plea first. You have to. You have to, because it could be a domino effect. You know, absolutely. If it's got to be all together or nothing. Everybody's got to be doing the same thing or not. You know, the moment people start fighting for themselves, it's you're gonna have people calling each other rats. So it's like, look at Diddy and Sean. You know, Sean, to this day, it tell you Diddy gave him a different lawyer and they were saying different things and they left me out there to dry. We weren't step in step with our defense, which is why I ended up getting slapped and Diddy's ass walked off, you know? So it's got to be hey, all 10 co-defendants, we're gonna hear out what's in front of us. We're gonna let our lawyers do their job. Let's see as much time as it could take a year, 2 years before we figure out, what our best route is. And then at that point, we all discuss through our lawyers, we're gonna take the pleas. And this also is what we're going to cop to. We're going to cop to YSL, but we're not gonna cop to Freddie actually shooting. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm a plead to this and you're gonna plead to that or whatever, and y'all gonna look at each other and say, whether you know it or not, what you said 2 pleas before me hurt me, you know? But if you're the first, that's definitely gotta be the person to deserve the rat label. We gotta call a spade a spade. I know right now, because all these audio clips came out and because Young Thug's interrogation footage came out, everybody's going pro Gunna. I'm not pro neither one of what they did. I don't like Young Thug's interrogation 2-hour audio, and I don't like Gunna's Yes Ma'am. Period. So I know the whole world is going, Gunna, bring back 6ix9ine's music right now. I get it. I'm not like y'all. I'm a rare breed. I'm over here. It's like, no, I still have a problems with what happened over there. Y'all niggas could do all that switching up shit. I ain't switching shit. So it's a fact. The first plea gotta be looked at as a rat, because all of us are still fucking fighting if it's not coordinated. And that's what the whole fucking world did already. But now y'all switching. You don't switch. What you're supposed to do is stand on what you saw didn't match your codes, your morals, or your principles for Gunna. And then 3 years later or 2 years later, you get Young Thug shit. And the worst you could do is say, oh, I don't agree with both of y'all then. That's it. You don't say, oh, I'm going to change how I feel about this because you took a plea also, or because you did an interrogation also. No, y'all both wrong. Don't switch. Don't fucking switch, B. Fuck out of here.
Gunna didn't never make it in the courtroom, remember? The first day of court was November 17th or December 17th. One of them days were the first time we wasn't on Zoom. The first time we went into an actual courtroom, all 28 of us.
But watching that shit from the street, but that shit was like some another one. Every day, another one.
But the crazy part is,
another one.
Get what, Bank? Even if them niggas some bullshit anyway, but some bullshit too. But even if them niggas just look at it from their point of view, niggas like DK Slug, all them niggas, I still don't respect them niggas because you just not men. Y'all niggas not men. Should no nigga make you do nothing that you don't supposed to do.
I think we're about to get into the alpha police stuff. Pay attention, folks.
But just look at them. Okay, Gunna take a plea. He the head nigga in charge, according to the DA.
Yeah.
Thug is boss man. Thug John got it, what they saying. Thug John got it. I'm not no John got it now. I'm a real man. Solid nigga. I build foundations. I help niggas. I'm not portraying no gangster, no none of that. It just so happened we just street niggas and we done stood on our business. So they label us gangsters. I don't push none of that. I push real man. They saying that I'm the founder of this shit, and this nigga is the head man in charge. He the second boss. When this trial started, they not saying DK is the one of the owners, Mundo one of the owners, Slug one of the owners. They not saying none of that. They saying Thug is the owner and Gunna is the second man in charge.
I thought they said they ain't had Thug and not Thug, my bad. I thought they said they ain't had Gunna and nothing against him.
Gunna didn't have no case. Well, we had 9 terabytes. You know how much paper that is, bro? 9 terabytes of discovery. That's over 300 million pieces of paper.
Yeah, we went over this earlier. Shout out to Byron from the chat saying you can spin the cops in the interrogation room. It's not always snitching. The fact that you got to say the word always means everybody should just shut the fuck up because people just make mistakes, which is what Young Thug is saying that he did. I made a mistake by saying selling weed or whatever. We covered this earlier. If you wasn't here earlier in the stream, definitely check that out, that segment out. We broke down the word motive, right? And what Young Thug gave the detectives, whether he did it on accident or not, he gave them motive for Baby to be behind setting up Pee Wee Roscoe to shoot that tour bus, right? Because there wouldn't have even been a link between Roscoe and Lil Wayne unless the detectives figure out, that Baby and Wayne is beefing, which is a whole story that Young Thug also gave them in the interrogation room, All right. And then they also got evidence of Roscoe calling baby the moment that the tour bus shooting was done. Why'd you call baby? Then I get this interview with Young Thug. I put and corroborate other pieces of information together. Whether they had the information already or not, it's still bad to say this. It's motive. You establish motive. If you establish motive for a crime, whether it's used in court or not, that could be labeled snitching, whether you did it on purpose or not. So everybody's here's how I'm gonna end this piece right here. And once again, shout out to you, Byron. Here's how I'm gonna end this. I think we've seen enough evidence on the internet at this point to realize that we are wrong when we keep walking around here thinking that these detectives and these police are stupid. I never thought they did. I'm really just speaking for what I'm seeing happening out there. At this point, you guys have enough evidence and situations in front of you to tell yourself, even if I think I'm fucking Einstein, let me just have my lawyer here before I start talking too much. Because I just don't know. I don't know all the laws. I don't know what can corroborate something else. I don't know the investigations that they're running, multiple investigations. They sat Young Thug down and told him, we're not talking to you for your own shit. You're not in trouble right now. He's in there allegedly for the mall shit. Okay? You never know. They can have 20 different investigations going on. You fuck around, tell them some shit like, oh, wait, hold on. That's look at the wire. Look at the wire. They open up the books. Some of these fucking cases that's still on the board, that's open and still in red, that didn't go black yet. 3-year-old cases and shit. So, oh, you know what this nigga just told me? That shit fuck around have something to do with something totally different. Thank you. We be saying it spin. The streets is gonna start using that. I wasn't ratting, I was just spinning. Well, y'all motherfuckers ain't geniuses. And y'all end up ratting when you think you spinning. So then it's going to end up being a whole nother fucking definition that happens on the internet now or in the streets. Snitching on purpose or snitching on accident. Which one y'all want to do now? You dig? Nah, y'all stop acting like y'all smart. Y'all not. Y'all jam yourself up every fucking time. Young Thug wish he never had this interrogation. But look at him right now.
Front and back. 300 million pieces of paper. That's how much evidence they had.
God damn.
300 million pieces of paper.
Damn.
I think it was 9 terabytes, 2 terabytes, whatever it is. Whatever that is, it was terabytes. That shit equaled up to 300 million pieces of paper. I just remember the lawyers arguing in court. I remember the lawyer saying, like, Yana, they got to take some of this shit, the evidence that we're not going to use, and just get this shit out of the way. Because y'all just packing us with evidence, and we just got a little time to, like, go through the evidence. It's so much paperwork. Y'all might be coming to court trying to convict him on these 5 pictures. But you got 16 million pictures. The things why I always, that's why I'm at the point now where I'm like, I feel like my back against the wall and people ain't heard me out. So now I understand his point of view. Like, damn, that's why I say shit like, I would love to hear what he got to say. Because then I can actually judge him.
Tell it to you. Say it, nigga, say it publicly. Don't tell
You
me.
publicly said YSL is a criminal street gang and it must end. You publicly said, yes, ma'am, when they said, I know 3 or more co-defendants on this case. Well, 3 or more co-defendants on this indictment, which is the 28 niggas. I know 3 or more niggas that committed these crimes: murder, attempted murder, aggravated assault, damage to property, shooting at houses, petty car thefts, armed robberies. You said, I know 3 or more people on this indictment that has committed these crimes publicly. They asked you that in the courtroom. You said, yes, ma'am. First of all, you don't know nobody on this case. All 28 niggas, they from John Burr South, Cleveland Avenue, and other places like that. He from the South Side. He don't know nobody on this case. Guess what's so weird? Out of all 28 people on this case, all you know is 3 niggas. Me, Gunna, and Duke. That's the only niggas you know on this case, Gunna. So when you said, yes, I know 3 or more niggas that committed these crimes, who the fuck is you talking about? Me, Gunna, and Duke? Because we only niggas you know anyway. I know you could have been talking about anybody. It's cool. But just so happen how the dice roll, you don't know nothing but 3 niggas. So who the fuck you could? Like, if he would have went to trial, the state, if his shit was getting used in trial, which it was, unless I got out of the case, his plea agreement was gonna get used in trial. I know they saying like, oh, he ain't had to get.
I thought an Alfred plea don't mean that.
Yes, he had to get on. He ain't had to get on the stand. You know, they pushing all those narratives. He ain't had to get on the stand. He wasn't gonna testify against nobody. Yes, he was. If you look at the end of his plea, that shit say this plea agreement could be presented in trial, and if any questions come up about this plea, however they wrote it, if anything come about this plea, you must come testify truthfully about what you said in this plea.
That's big. That's actually huge. Once again, all of us online internet lawyers, we didn't pass the ball. So that has been a huge narrative. What I did with the yes ma'am and all that, the plea deal that I took, it could never hurt Young Thug, and I would have never taken a stand. They can't force me to all of the type of shit. So I looked it up in the background. In an Alfred plea, is it still possible to have to testify? The answer is yes. It is still possible to be required to testify even if you've entered an Alfred plea, depending on terms of the plea deal, which we don't have in front of us. What is an Alfred plea? An Alfred plea means the defendant maintains their innocence, but acknowledges that the prosecution likely has enough evidence to convict them and accepts a guilty plea to avoid the risk of trial. Okay. Your plea deal includes cooperation. Yes. If cooperation, including testimony, is part of the deal, you must comply. No cooperation clause? Maybe not. Without a cooperation agreement, you're generally required to testify and probably will not be up suited for an Alfred plea. You are subpoenaed. Yes, the court may still subpoena you to testify unless you invoke the Fifth Amendment or other protections. And that's what they were saying. Now, you can still get in trouble for shit based on your plea agreement now, even if you try to invoke the Fifth. So the plea agreement really matters. The last one, you testify and lie, you could be charged with perjury. Okay. So when we look at the actual definition and what Thug is saying, you have to take him for true or not. And plea agreements, I feel like we almost never get them shits, right? Do we? We rarely get them. But he's saying at the bottom of his fucking plea agreement, he agreed to that. And the Alfred plea terms definitely would support that by definition. So was it there or not in Gunna's paperwork? Don't matter what you and that's another thing too. Even for the people that do pass the fucking ball, how many times do we see these lawyers come out and lie? Shit, they did for Adi, the lawyer tried to lie for Boom, respectfully, right? Like defendants will hit up their lawyers and be like, yo, the streets is fucking with me, or niggas play on my name or whatever. I need you. Lawyers do public statements for these rappers and for these entertainers or for their clients all the time. They lie for them publicly. Just because a lawyer or Gunna's lawyer comes out and says Gunna never had, he would never have hurt Young Thug. Well, I want to know what the paperwork says. Wait a minute, hold on. We trust lawyers all of a sudden? When did that start happening? Sometimes they's the grimiest motherfuckers in the court. Right? So my word versus yours right here, as far as what Young Thug is saying.
No. Nigga, look, every one of they plea said that, except mine. Every plea said that except mine. In Lil 9. Every one of them niggas who took a plea in the beginning of that trial, plea said that. Duke plea said the same thing. Oh, you ain't got to get on the stand. Duke had to get on the stand. The week the case was over with, Duke was getting on the stand that week. The week all us went on and took our pleas at the end of the trial. Duke was getting on the stand that week. Duke was outside the courtroom, sitting on the bench, waiting to get called in to get on the stand.
So how Duke did what right then?
Because he didn't say why I said it was a game. He only said, when y'all put Duke on the stand, Duke can't send nobody to prison. Duke plea only saying that a nigga told on him. Okay, I'm right. When nobody on that case but Duke and Yak. Yeah. Only thing Duke plea said was, this nigga Yak told on me, and I'm just agreeing to it. Because if I don't agree, I'm gonna have to go to trial and Yak gonna get on the stand on me. I was just still getting money. God was just still blessing me with money. So I ain't even never have a chance to be fucked up and try to get some money from Gunna. I never did that. I always helped him. He always fucked his money up and had to come to me to get money. Always. I never made $1 off of this nigga, bro. And in my paperwork, I don't even remember my deal with him. I think my deal say something like 50% master, 50% of all money that come in, all revenue. My deal with Gunna. I probably got a 50% of everything.
The reason why I don't like this piece of him saying he's never made a single dime off of Gunna, and even though the deal says I'm supposed to get 50% of all this, number one, we see the stuff that he was saying on the phone with 21 Savage, you know. And I know it's 21 Savage's idea pretty much, but he kind of was laughing and co-signing a little bit like, that nigga signed to me, you know. And then it was part of your plea. Like when we saw in the court, you know, Brian Steele and them up there saying, we want to request one more thing from the judge, you know, that he's able to still have contact or communication with Gunna. And the internet was just like, well, that's only because from a business standpoint, right? If you can't have no communication with him, then how could you have an existing deal with him? How could you still have him locked into a deal? From the stuff that Young Thug is saying in this video, you never made a dime off of him. As a man, from your own principles, not every dollar is good. You know, that's not the type of money that you want God to give you, right? He does say that in his interview. He should have stepped away from him then. He should have released him from his deal. He should have just said, you're a rat. Your money ain't good money. I don't want to make a dime off of you. I never did in the past. And I'm completely separating. Instead, Plea bargaining for him to still remain within your custody, though. So that's probably one that Thug probably wishes he could have back, too. If you're going to paint this picture and separate, do it all the way. Do it all the way. Drop him then. Release him.
Thing that ever came out. Because I had a bullshit manager at the time. I had a fucked up manager at the time when I created my my label. So my manager was one of them type of niggas like P, like money hungry motherfucker, like the nigga Manny, the nigga from New York. He was one of them niggas that was just like a money hungry nigga, which not bad. I respect him. He made me a lot of money too, but he the one who structured my deals, like my paperwork. When you sign with me, he the one who structured the shit. So I signed Gunna back then when my label was under his structure.
That's just your way of doing business, because you doing business out your heart. Other niggas doing business.
I understand that. I ain't tripping.
Like that's
I ain't tripping on the business. He signed Migos from Gucci. That's business. You don't know them, none of that. You and Wham Big Homie is best friends. Wham is your little brother. Before Wham was rapping, Wham little bro. Like been coming around you, been doing certain shit, been at your studio, been doing.
Now we're getting into the QCP stuff.
Shit, just gambling before he was rapping. Like this real family, this little bro. I'm telling you, him and Wham was like brothers. All us was brothers. Well, me and Wham were brother and P and Wham were brother. You know what I'm saying? I never really looked at P like a brother. I always looked at him like a businessman. Like, what's up, my boy? Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never looked at him like family. Cause we in business. We damn near competition. Not to me, cause I fuck with your artists. I did songs with Migos when I was lit and they won. I did song with Wham before he made music. I paid for Wham first studio session, not no fucking P. I paid for that. I paid for his first song. I did the first feature with him, me, when he was just a regular young street nigga gambling. I seen that. I'm telling you, this all facts. This ain't nothing P can get on here and twist and lie and say. This ain't nothing Wham can say, lie and say. This is all facts. You didn't have to spend no money on Wham. You didn't. You didn't have to spend no money, bro. Just me knowing the business. Me being a boss man, a CEO in this business. You ain't have to spend no money on him. He blew too fast. If anything, you probably spent goddamn $500,000. And that was just because you wanted to. Not because you was trying to make him blow. That young nigga blew up so motherfucking fast, bro. You ain't even have time to spend no money. That nigga was doing show. That nigga was, bro.
All right, now let's get into the Rollo stuff. I feel like the QCP stuff right there, not as relevant. But Rollo, like I said before, him and Rollo, the way that they're going at each other, that could turn into real street shit. So let's see how he's reacting.
God damn, you 47?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying, bro. I ain't trying. I learned my lesson.
Bro, I was at the thing I don't like about what Rollo said is, why is you painting that picture knowing that I'm the reason a lot of niggas cool with each other? And the DA just painted the same picture. That's police shit to me, bro. You can't get on the internet and say, fuck nigga, you really divided the city. How? How the hell did I divide the city? I brought the city together. I was at odds with Luchi. Ask Luchi this.
Had to pick sides though.
No, yeah, for sure.
Niggas
Of course.
had to pick sides, so that's dividing though.
No.
Because if a nigga don't fuck with you, niggas ain't fuck with you.
No, that's not divine, bro, because you gotta know the background. You gotta know what's happening behind the media. You gotta have when me and Luchi was at odds and in the hype in the Hype of the beef. Ask Luchi what I did with him. At the hype of it. Bro, this shit ain't got nothing to do with me or you. Let's make a song. I don't want no smoke with you, bro. I tweeted it. Go on Twitter. It's on my Twitter still.
But they
Back
consider
then.
as trolling.
No, it's not.
I
Nigga.
say it could be considered as trolling.
Man, if a nigga get on the internet and say, you're a sissy, you're a punk, nigga, I fucked your hoe, woo, 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 woo. If a nigga get on the internet and say all that, and I get on the internet and go up on his, if I reply to him on the internet and say, my nigga, I don't want no beef with you, no none of that. Let's do a song, bro. That's not trolling.
I'm saying,
And
I ain't saying it was trolling.
I'm saying
could
it can be
you could
considered
know,
that.
It can be considered as
Yeah,
trolling.
but ask Luchi yourself, and I bet you he gonna say it wasn't trolling.
Oh, you saying because you know he knew he can't take it. I'm talking about the people perception.
For sure. I ain't
Can
fuck
say-
the people. We talking about us, real
You
life.
saying he know like you already had them reached out to him before you even put that up.
And-
You said to him and in public.
I said in public. At the hype of it. I'm not known for that. Thug known for standing his ground. A nigga say something about, man, nigga, fuck you, what? I'm on that. You know I'm on that. What? I'm not known for that. Nigga, I stopped from doing that and said, bro, let's do a song. I did him on Instagram too. We did him on Instagram. I'm like, lame man, nigga, let's do a song. I don't want no
Lame
beef
ass
with you, bro. It's gonna doing a song, it's gonna be bigger than beefing. I'm telling you. I could bring you up to my
I'm listening and I'm trying. I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt the way he's saying it passionately until he throws in a lame ass nigga part. Lame ass nigga, let's do a song, man. I'll bring you up to my level, you bitch ass lame ass nigga. Now I'm like, fuck you. Damn, Thug used to do it real good when we was talking about Luchi in that respect so far. Fuck.
level. I'm telling you. I DM'd him this.
Lame ass nigga.
But you know, we in the hype of the beef.
But don't nobody know that though, son.
I know that, but I don't care to express it neither. Cause I'm a real man and I don't do shit for certain reasons. I do it cause what I feel. Like this me. You know what I'm saying? Now we get to the point where I'm doing the interview with you. Now I'm telling the world, like,
that's what I'm saying. I'm making a point when you said how could Rollo do that? I'm showing you how he could feel
no,
like
because I done had conversation with him too.
Oh.
I done had conversation with Rollo too many times before he read it. I done had too many conversations with this boy. I wasn't even tripping on him writing because it don't got nothing to do with me. I'm mad that you did what wrong because I looked at you like a real nigga. But it don't got nothing to do with me, so I ain't tripping. I ain't gonna fuck with you, but that don't got nothing to do with me, so I ain't tripping. You see what I'm saying?
But a nigga came out, the same nigga who said that, like how what's his name did. He said that, man, such ain't tell on me. That's what Roscoe said, right?
Yeah.
Clean and Listerine.
Yeah.
That Roscoe said. The nigga Sean, who nigga saying told on Rollo, came and said the same shit. Like, bro, they must trying to put some shit together, bro. Like, basically, you ain't tell on me. So,
but nah, that ain't basically you ain't telling me.
What he saying? He didn't tell Rollo.
If I say,
why would he be on the phone with this nigga? This nigga got dog food cake. Why would he be on the phone with Rollo? I'm just asking. I'm playing double. Why would he be on the phone with Rollo acting like nigga you ain't telling me? Nigga, you can't call me if you told on me.
This the difference. You got a man who ain't really got nothing going on in the world. So he damn near gotta go for certain shit. He damn near, cause shit, Rollo is the nigga in they hood. He the nigga who getting the money he getting in they hood. He damn near gotta take care of you, even though you locked up for some shit that could possibly have something to do with him or some shit like that. He the nigga in, like you damn near got to just go with him. You don't got no other help. That's number one.
But that ain't facts though. That could be.
Right? I'm just saying that could be.
Could be okay.
When it comes to certain niggas.
Okay, yeah.
It definitely could be. I'm with you there. But if that's the case, then what you want us to do when we see Roscoe keep popping up on academics defending you, right? You got 6ix9ine people calling him broke and dirty and all this. And I saw a video that pointed out that the chain that Roscoe is wearing on the academic stream is a chain that was gifted to Young Thug. Like there's pictures of it. Like somebody gave it to Young Thug allegedly, and Young Thug gave it to him. And they got the pictures of him receiving the gift. And it's the exact same shit. I'll still say allegedly. So it looks like you're the money when it comes to Roscoe as well. And it would also be stand up for you to be an opportunity for him because he went and did 10 years, allegedly behind your beef with Lil Wayne and putting in work, shooting up the truck or whatever, allegedly behind your beef with Wayne. So if he did that and you didn't end up serving no time behind that, yet you was allegedly the shot caller behind it, or the reason why, and he's running around talking about you and him as brothers, right? It's like the case is still right in front of these people, but they just lost it. Well, they got Roscoe to serve time, but you're supposed to be blessing him, giving him chains and whatnot. So, Doug, what you're saying is right, but then how the fuck you think the whole internet is looking at Roscoe right now? The same way. Exactly.
Like, and then we gonna speak on the real facts. We ain't gonna speak on what some could be. The real facts is you have paperwork where you're saying, yes, he said this. Yes, he said this. Yes, he do this. Yes, you got paperwork
Where
on
that
you.
paperwork at though? He got a big ass book and it ain't in that book.
Bro,
Where the paperwork at?
bro, that nigga done got so much shit sealed. And listen, bro, I don't even care to do all this type of shit in the interview. We
All right,
just
well, we can fast forward then.
man to man.
Yeah.
Rollo, I don't even give a fuck about who he told on. I know 100% he was gonna take the stand on me and Luchi. I know, nigga, that's a fact. On my freedom. On my freedom. That's a fact. Right here. On my
Switch
freedom.
hands.
Fact. He agreed to get on the stand on my case.
Say what though?
Whatever he knew about me and Luchi beef, if he knew something. He ain't know that. He was in jail then that whole time we were beefing. You just squealing, bro. You just in there, bitch. You just trying to get out of jail. You locked up for some punk ass, pet ass weed. Nigga, sit down. Sit down.
I wonder how he knows that as a fact. Is that paperwork? Is that the lawyers confirm that between each other? I wonder how he knows that, in his words, as a fact, that Rollo was offering to take the stand and talk about him and Luchi's beef. I don't know. It's going to be one of those question marks, Doug. Your word versus his. All right, let's fast forward to this one right here. Where we at? This is about to be we're getting back into Gunna now. This is where you see the clips around the internet. He starts to get real passionate. You see him breaking down a little bit.
Don't work, and he go to jail, nigga like, bro, you ain't even smoke that, fuck them niggas. Am I right or wrong? You just said it in the first beginning. Like, I've just always been looking for friends to love, looking for this person to love, looking for this person to love. But nigga, the heart is what get a nigga zipped up. And in the end, cause get what? Your reaction off of using your heart gonna make you seem like a fuck nigga, cause you speaking from your heart. I done been through that shit. I ain't gonna say if that's what you going through, but I done been through that. Like thinking like, I'm so passionate about what I stand on, like how y'all don't get it, but some nigga don't get it. Now I don't get it, right? You saying I don't get it, Slime?
You get it, bro. Just you gotta. That's why I'm just like you gotta understand, like, bro. I did so much shit, bro. Just like I raised these niggas, bro. I raised these niggas to like honor life, be men. I raised a nigga to be a man, bro. Like I can't go for what you saying because I know I played a part in raising them, and I ain't never did no whole shit to them. None of these niggas will ever be able to get on your podcast and say, I did.
Was grown when you met these niggas.
No, but I still raised you. Still, nigga, I was grown when you met me, but you still raised me in certain ways. I'm telling you, certain ways I look up to you. And you ain't never got no money together. Nigga, I raised some of these niggas and we got money together. That make it even deeper. Yeah. We stand on certain morals and principles, bro. When I speak on Unfun to Gunna or Pluto or Wham, when I speak on him before this situation, when I speak on him, guess what I say to them? Oh yeah, Shawty got a life sentence. Shawty sitting on that bunk right now for not telling. We instill that shit in each other. Bro, how the fuck is you going like just man to man? How the hell can you go against the grain? And that's why I look at niggas like you, cause guess what? I respect you cause you don't take nigga sides. You don't do certain things. You tell us what's right and what's wrong. Cause you're an older street nigga, you're an OG. You tell us what's right and what's wrong. I live all these morals with niggas who came in the game with me, bro. I teach all these niggas do sucker shit toward me, bro. Every one of these niggas. Anybody you can name who we've been talking about in here. These niggas talk the hoes about me. These niggas do all type of shit. I still love them niggas. I love y'all niggas. Fuck that, man. That's just how he is when it comes to girls. It's all right. I love them. That's just how he is.
Been there.
That's just how he is.
But I'm saying
there.
a nigga gonna carry that shit forever. A nigga gonna try to heal. Like that's all I'm saying. Now I get what
Good
you're
response.
saying. I get what you're saying. How you feel? That's your perspective. We on perspectives. So you give me your perspective on how you feel and how
I fuck with both of them right there in that piece, to be honest.
you was raised, the shit you stand on. But how do a nigga move forward? Because a nigga ain't like that shit. You can see that shit consuming a nigga. Where the music at, Slime? You just played some hard ass shit now. Why that shit ain't that? The fuck is a nigga thinking about?
Cause I just don't got my twin, bro. I don't got my friends, bro. I'm just fucked up, right? I'm fucked up, bro.
Damn.
The nigga who I be with every day, I don't got him no more, bro. I'm fucked up, bro.
Damn.
Damn.
I'm fucked up, bro. I don't know what to do, bro. Like,
Yeah, I don't think that this is staged. That when I say staged, I don't think this is premeditated. I really believe he's getting emotional about it because I think he's trying to hide it by putting the shades back on. All right. He's bleeding. He bleeding right here, y'all.
and I ain't lose no nigga to a tragic or now. I lost a nigga to betrayal, bro. You signing that one piece of paper, signing your initials on this one piece of paper could get me a life sentence, my nigga. Like what? Come on, bro. I get a life sentence all this piece of paper you signed, bro. Just cause you trying to get home fast, or you just trying to get to a hole, or you just doing a certain thing, bro. And you already done betrayed a nigga before, bro. A piece of paper, nigga. You gonna let a piece of paper in all this shit? Nigga, we men, bro. We brothers, nigga. Ain't no nigga in the world making me go get Gunna. No nigga, bro. Nigga, what? Yeah, you been around me 10 years knowing you told on our other brother. You told on Duke. Bro, you told on Duke, bro. When them niggas was shooting at you, Lil Woody, I helped you hide. You ain't had nothing to do with nothing.
He said I helped you hide.
I gave you money to put your family and your baby mama and they mamas and sisters them in hotels and do this shit just to help you. I know you ain't had nothing to do with none of that shit. The police know you ain't had nothing to do with none of that shit.
But the niggas in the street didn't know though.
It don't matter. That it's up. It's a war at this point. At this point, it's a war. Hide your kids, hide your wife, nigga, go to war. Cause you been
He said, hide your kids, hide your wife. I don't mean to be laughing. This is a real moment. But only because we just covered that guy, Antoine Dots or whatever, yesterday. We brought him up at the end of the street. It said, at this point, it's a war. Hide your kids, hide your wife. That's two that you had. Two funny ass quotables, Doug. But my bad. This is a serious moment. So let me get back on track.
On that. This whole beef started because of you. The whole shit started because of Lil Woody.
Ooh.
Damn.
Here we go. Now you're gonna talk about how this whole I don't know if he should be explaining this on the internet. And I'm not talking about from a legal standpoint, because I don't know what's closed out and what I don't know, but he about to go there right now when it comes to Woody.
Fuck nigga, why? How the fuck you gonna tell, nigga? This shit started because of you.
Oh.
Damn.
The whole case, bro. This shit because of you, my boy. The whole case because of Woody. Some sucker shit this nigga did to nut them. Some sucker shit. We just being real niggas and your brothers and standing behind you. Fuck that. You did some suck ass shit, but boy, these niggas better fuck with you.
Damn.
Now you got Shannon, Yak, me, Duke, and everybody else who got them on our side. You got all us going through shit because of your own action that you did on your own time. And you folded. You told. You did the worst. I'd rather you tell the ops where I live than tell the police. Nigga, we go to prison forever. Nigga, I'd rather die than go to prison. You better off telling the ops where I'm at, bro. What the fuck you mean move forward, man? You want me to just get out of jail like these pussy ass nigga and just go forward and don't speak on shit? Just go forward and live my life. Just woody do. Yeah, I got blessed. They let me out of jail. Woody do, woody. I can't. I don't know, man.
2 years trying to be healing, bro.
Yo, we gotta accept that right there, B. Cause it's so easy for us to be on the sideline and be like, nigga, you got your freedom. Ain't that everything? Yes. But like the word, but I'm coming home to that machete across my chest still. Like, yes, I'm blessed to have my freedom. I definitely shouldn't be doing these tweets. I definitely shouldn't be on Gunna's heels. I definitely should be focusing on music and putting out some fucking hits. Yes. But goddamn, y'all don't know like how all this started. Y'all don't know, like, no, he really did take the plea first. Y'all don't know that I really did all this shit for Gunna. I can't believe, still to this, I cannot wake up and believe that Gunna did that shit. I cannot wake up and believe that Woody did that shit, knowing that we just stood behind him and he's the one that started the whole shit behind Nut Chain, allegedly. Yo, chat, y'all gotta let me get a pass with the fact that the difference can be just your life's experiences. It's so easy for us to say, nigga, you beat the case. Well, you didn't beat the case, but you outside. Yes, that's true. It's just, you got to have the experiences. You got to have the experiences. I don't got no complaints about my life. I love my life. I just got tatted on the back of my fucking head that I'm blessed. Look at this shit. I believe that to my last breath, how blessed my life has been, and even is today. I'm lucky to feel as blessed as I feel right now. I'm fucking lucky. There's a couple people above me that's watching over me for me to feel the way I feel about life right now. But I got some bleeding that's happened still. I got some bleeding. I got a couple loved ones. I done told y'all stories of being sued by my fucking family. I got a couple cuts that they didn't heal. Brothers of mine that done violated shit that I feel a certain way about certain people I did business with or whatever. Like, I got some cuts. There's still a couple. You might say, oh, look, you bleeding, dude. Oh, I'm good though. Go on this vacation. Oh, I'm cool. Let me get on my podcast. Oh, I'm all right. I just bought this. I just went here, went shopping, whatever. Yeah, I'm blessed. But certain shit don't just go away. Like, thank you for my freedom. Thank you for my beautiful family. Thank you for my health. First priority, yes. But I'm fake if I just act like this other shit over here don't exist. Didn't happen. Ain't still there. Actually, OG right here is about to make a good point. That's identifying that stuff is part of healing. Because you motherfuckers want to try to layer over shit. You got all these fucked up things in your spirit and in your soul, but then you want to say, I'm cool because I just bought a new car. Nah, it don't work that way. You just layering on top. You know what I'm saying? That scar you got the Band-Aid on. You need the stitches, my nigga. Like, it's real shit. And I feel like I identify with some of this because I lived through some of these experiences. And I know some of y'all in the chat have too. I know there's a lot of people gonna watch this stream and watch that interview, and some of y'all like fuck Gunna, and some of y'all like fuck Thug, and some of y'all like fuck all this. But there's some life shit in yo.
How the fuck I'm a heal in the midst of the fire? How I'm a heal in fire? Damn. Tell me
So basically, what you saying, you trying to block out a lot of shit. You suppressing. That's what they call it.
They're trying to go forward.
Still trying to be Young Thug at the same time, trying to hold up an image, basically.
Being a real nigga, I ain't holding no image.
No, I'm just saying image.
This shit ain't no image. This shit real life.
I'm saying that you ain't hurt though.
Oh, the image of not being hurt.
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
I'm talking about
I ain't even
that's
know.
an image because a nigga be hurt.
Yeah, but I ain't never even woke up until right now talking to you and noticed that I was hurt. I ain't never even knew that. I just thought I was just running around, just living life like, fuck this shit. God just made me a happy person. I'm just happy. I think I'm happy. That's why I just told you earlier when you said, why you ain't just doing what you supposed to do when you got out of jail? What I know you to do, bro. Why you ain't just being Michael Jackson? Nigga, I thought I was. I thought I was happy. Hell, I'm just chilling. I still just wake up some days and get in my feelings about certain shit. Cause I feel like, Gunna, you my brother. I love you to death, nigga. Why you ain't gave me an explanation? You not to get in touch with me, nigga. My daddy put me in your group text. I don't even want you to have my number. My daddy put us in a group text. I called my manager like, hey, who the hell number this is? He goddamn made some phone call. He come back, that's Gunna number. I tell my daddy, man, what the fuck would you put me on text with this nigga for, bro? What the fuck you got going on?
Cause he knowing too. Like, nigga just hurt, bro. Nigga. Man, I think, goddamn.
But guess what? Gunna didn't take advantage of that. I wouldn't even probably care to hear the shit anyway, cause I feel like Once you break a rule from your manhood, once you rat or once you turn, and I don't got nothing against people. It's people that work for me.
Clean
But
up. Don't worry.
when I look at you a certain way, if I look at you, if I meet you and you, it's like, okay, if I meet you and you portraying that you a man and you not, I don't got nothing against people.
Yeah, no, I get what
You know what I'm saying? If I put,
Yeah.
if you portraying
You
a certain
undercover,
thing,
you deceiving.
right?
Go past that. Go past the gate.
I can't look at you the same.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you for being. So what? Everybody, whoever they, so what, nigga?
Mm-hmm.
I don't got no problem with people. People work for me right now.
Yeah.
I'm damn near around people every day because they work for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't got no problem with them. I don't hate that I even brung this shit. I don't want you to take it out, but I hate I even brung it up because I don't even want the
They
LGTB.
get what you saying.
I don't even want that community to even think that I'm against them. I'm overly with y'all
You
folks.
saying DL, bro? That's what you speaking of.
Like if I look at you like a man,
He's spending time right now trying to clean up an example that he was trying to give of people just presenting something and then he finding out something different. And then he started using the gay example. He's like, wait a minute, I don't know if I want to use that example. Yeah, just stick to the point though. Like this is still, I still see the depth in this. Come on, Thug. Come on, man. Come on.
and we fucking bitches together, girls together, and we doing certain shit, and I look at you and a man like boy, that nigga, and then I find out it ain't really nothing you can say to me.
Yeah.
I'ma just look at you like you broke a man code.
Mm-hmm.
You broke a code that men with backbone stand up to.
Mm-hmm.
You broke that code. You can talk, you can say whatever you want to say. You broke a man code. I don't look at you the same. But in real life, I don't even want to hear what you got to say, but you still supposed to be a real nigga to say, I'm finna say it. I don't give a fuck if you want to hear it or not. I'm finna say it to make sure he know. And that's why I'm doing this interview.
He might not be one he want to. I'm just speaking, stir the pot.
That ain't stirring the pot. Tell him, get on the internet and saying how you feel about betraying your brother. How the fuck is that stirring the pot?
Yeah.
How? You ain't getting on the internet saying, oh, this nigga did this nigga did do, and bring the other. You ain't doing all that. You get on the internet and saying, even if you're not on the internet, my daddy put us in text message. So you can't even do no interview in the future. In the near future, you can't do no interview and say, I ain't got his number. I ain't got in touch with him. You overly got my number. Overly. That just further my conspiracy.
You saying even after all the shit, all the jabs you've been taking, you still supposed to submit.
Cause you know you're wrong. It ain't even about submitting. It's about speaking your piece. Did what it is, bro.
Yeah. So basically,
I don't like, bro. Imagine nigga, bro.
It's like they would be both right in that situation because if I'm Gunna, I'm being quiet. I done told this man, OG, like he said when Gunna first came out, he called him, he told him like, man, listen, I love that man. I know he's in there. His mom might be fucked up, man. He just got to tell me fuck you when he come home, but I love him and I ain't do nothing to try to hurt him. Okay, cool. I already broke down why having certain conversations with certain people opposed to the person that's being damaged the most is a little, it's a little janky. But anyway, if I'm Gunna, now Young Thug is home. Young Thug is taking all these shots. He's literally behind the scenes trying to blackball me, fuck up my career and whatnot. And, you know, like, there's nothing wrong with me taking a position. Like, I ain't saying nothing to the public about why I took the plea that I took. And I ain't calling Gunna. I ain't saying nothing. I mean, Thug, and I ain't saying nothing to Thug. He's justified for that. But Thug is also justified because the severity of it. When people, I need the whole Sorry It's True side of this little podcast world. I need y'all to really, really align with me on this one, people. We can't let our mind bring us to judgments based on simplistic examples. We can't say like, nigga, move on, or this ain't no you fuck my bitch type shit. Like, your freedom, your health, and your children, those are three extreme examples. Extreme examples of ain't no, well, fuck him too. Like, y'all understand what I'm trying to relay here? My health, my children, my freedom, extremely, it's hard to pass those three. This ain't no little shit. So here I am, your brother. We both agree that we was brothers before this indictment, right? We both agree, right, that we was good before this indictment, right? We was conquering the world together, right? So ain't no question about the things we've done together before this, right? Okay, cool. So we fighting now. And you the first person that takes a plea agreement. Yes, ma'am, into YSL is a gang. And you signing this plea agreement, if the chips don't fall my way, and if Brian Steele and these lawyers don't go going through the hurdles and doing what they did and beating up Fulton County to the point where they start firing niggas after not being able to indict me for my life, it didn't have to go that way. I could have got caught a L. This is extreme. I don't give a fuck if I'm supposed to be able to come out here and say fuck you a billion times. Nigga, you still owe me an apology. And you know what? You know what's crazy? I don't even expect everybody to understand this take right here. And I'm not even, if somebody don't understand the take that I'm saying right here, I'm not even mad at you. I could understand somebody not understanding what I'm saying right now. I feel like it's cool. I wouldn't even be mad. Because the perspective has to be in that spot, in that emotional position, to feel like something just happened to me that's extreme, man. These are my fucking children. This is my fucking health. This is my fucking freedom. And we are brothers. Brothers. I could tell you eat a dick. I could tell you, I could say anything to you. I could feel any way towards you. I could even try to blackball your fucking album coming out. But that's my reaction to you almost putting me behind bars for the rest of my life, or doing something that would help these motherfuckers put me behind bars for the rest of my life, or hurt my kids, or fuck around and hurt me physically, like my health or some shit, purposefully. We're not talking about no accidents. These niggas got $1 million lawyers and shit. Code comes before all of that. Like, yo, chat, think about this, man. You have your brothers that you're willing to fight for, lie for, die for. Give millions of dollars to, make millions of dollars with, give you opportunity, take care of. Young Thug did so much for Gunna's mother. Let him tell it in this interview. He does things for his mother. He helped his mother. He helped his mother get a house. How many of y'all help anybody get a house? Most of the people in this chat will never help anybody in the world in their lifetime get a house, get a home. You're blessed enough to pass those blessings along, help Gunna's mother get a house, get out the hood. You could, if I think I do things for your children. Some of you kid my fucking godchildren. You could never get in that court and take a plea that might hurt me. You just can't do it. Would y'all do that to y'all people? Yo. We is not gonna forget this, what Gunna did. Thug, that interrogation, you fucked up a lot in that interrogation order. I ain't giving neither one of y'all a fucking pass, but we is not forgetting what Gunna did. And if you done been through some shit in life, or you done been scarred, or you done seen people that you done fucking, I had niggas I could have lost my freedom behind, cross me in a way I'm just like, I ain't no return. And I still feel like you would still, you owe your own karma. I've been there, B. Like, I don't expect everybody to get it. I don't. It's cool. This shit fuck with me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I to say YSL is not a game. Me and Bank best friend, they're my mans. We done made all the millions in the world together. I gave you the millions. We ain't make them together. I gave them to you. You get on and you take a plea and say, duct tape is a game and it must end.
And that's why we got arrested. Behind your shit. Behind when you got hit. That's why we got arrested. That night. And you know that because we had just left you. And that's why we did what we did outside in that little, because of you. That shit is insane. You better not cross me. Nah, I don't give a fuck how many marathons Gunna out here running. Y'all is not, I will never be a podcaster to forget what Gunna did to one of his brothers. I will never forget it. I don't care how many albums, I don't care how quiet he is. I don't care how many 5K marathons he runs. I don't care if we start turning on Young Thug because Young Thug got some stupid shit that comes out. I don't care. I'm staying solid. I will never forget what you did because if it happened to me, nah. Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. Like how many times I say on this podcast, John Gotti can't clear Sammy the Bull. He can't. What you did is what you did.
Just be a man. You don't think that you owe Thug an explanation? No matter what Thug saying. Thug can say bank a rat all day. Bank a rat. He a motherfucking rat. Nigga, I can say that all day. And you can't say nothing about that because you did. But that's going to stop you from giving me an explanation? As a man. So maybe he need to get in touch with his feelings. As a man, bro, you supposed to, bro, this what I did what I was thinking. If you rocking with it, you rock. If you're not, fuck it. How can you just do what you did to me and then just go live your life like ain't nothing happened? Like, how can you do it, bro? I can't do that. I feel like I ain't do nothing in the world wrong in my interrogation. And I still can't just go by living my life without addressing it. I still got to address it.
Because you know it's wrong for you being in there.
As a man, I got to explain this to niggas that I love, that look at me like a gangster, that look at me like a man.
Yeah.
It's niggas in this world that's going to be like, boy, what the fuck is you doing?
Yeah.
Practice what you preach.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I'm speaking on it. Because I'm a man and I got real feelings and I care.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make it right. How the fuck I'm going to just go forward?
Yeah.
How? That mean to me, you never felt the way I felt about you, about me. You never did. Nigga, I'd die before I go against that nigga. Even to this day, still. I'd die before I go against him. The only thing I'm gonna ever say, you a rat. You a rat, bro. You a fuck nigga. You did what wrong. You betrayed me. Man, being a part of his demise or anything like that, I'm never doing that. Nigga, I love the nigga mama. That nigga mama like my mama, nigga. Nigga, I bought his mama her first piece of jewelry. Obviously, he presented it like he bought it. I did that. She probably never know that.
Get what? We can talk about that shit all night, and I tell you, I'm gonna just bring it back to bro. The shit got you fucked up. You said that, right? And you agree, right? We just unlocked that, right? All right. How do you heal, bro? How do you move forward? Period.
No, Bank. I ain't. That's why I'm talking to niggas like you. That's why I talk to OG, bro. You gotta put me down. I don't know. You gotta put me. Somebody tell me what I can do. Like, bro, I'm just telling you.
With the stick.
I'm telling you my. I was
girl. How you heal then?
I healed it, but like that with soap and water. Soap and water ain't gonna heal this shit, man.
Yeah.
Guess what? You more in touch with your feelings because you're an older man. You more in touch with how life is. You done been my age before. I ain't been your age.
Yeah, shit.
So you could tell me if you know. Tell me ways I can heal. I don't know, nigga. I'm telling you my perspective. I'm telling you why I'm fucked up. I'm telling you why I can't go forward. Not why I can't go forward. I can go forward. I'm telling you why I haven't went forward.
First step is knowing what you just said. First,
fucked up about that shit, Brian. I'm so much of a real nigga. I still can't even be no fuck nigga. I still can't even go. That ain't even been a fuck nigga. I can't even be a business man with this nigga. After he did what he did, I still ain't never did nothing. So
you really want to forgive them?
No, I don't. No, I don't, twin. I wish he did something lighter so I could forgive him. Fuck, I don't. Hell no. But I done cried many nights about this shit. This shit ain't about no Wham, Pluto, Savage, man. Fuck every one of them when it come down to how I feel in real life. Not saying fuck them on no bullshit. When it come down to me making a man, because I done raise these niggas to a certain extent. You think I care about what they feel? I can't. Hell no, I'm a man. No. What he did, I will never do. That piece of paper you signed could have sent me to prison for the rest of my life. With Gunna taking that plea, was it harmful to me? Yes, 100%.
You out?
Because God.
Could have been.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it was harmful, but the way my lawyer and the rest of the niggas that stayed a part of the case, the way our lawyers worded it, because you got to think, we going in the trial saying that YSL is not a gang. Now you got Gunna and the rest of these 7 niggas take a plea and say YSL is a gang, except Duke. Everybody else who took a plea said YSL is a gang. Now we having a meeting, all the lawyers having a round table meeting. Now all the lawyers saying YSL ain't no gang. These are the points we're gonna hit. This is what we're gonna do. YSL not a gang. This is what we're going to. All lawyers are aligned. 100%, all they have. This is what we doing. Huddle, break. Now this nigga take a plea and say it is a gang. Now these 7 niggas take a plea and say it is a gang. Now they going back into the drawing board. Now the lawyer going to the drawing board like, well, now we talking to the jurors. First we telling the jurors YSL ain't a gang. Now we going back to the jurors say, well, some people might say it's a gang, but we ain't a part of that part of it. We a part of the record label part.
Hold on. So let me ask you something. One more thing about this. So did y'all see Gunna plea before he took it? Before we knew? Did y'all know?
The lawyers did.
They ain't tell y'all?
My lawyer told me.
I'm saying like
My lawyer said, I think Sergio Kitchens is gonna take a plea today. I said, you think so? He said, yes.
So he didn't get a chance to get in touch with his lawyer and be like, hey man, no, man, let's stay on track.
Of course, we did all that. His lawyer, my lawyer was the head honcho of the lawyers. He tell him everything that happened in that trial came from Brian. Everything. He told every lawyer what to do, what to get up there and stay. Matt Sharp is top tier. Brian told that nigga everything to say to help Shannon. Everything. Nigga, them niggas talk to each other every day. Obviously, Max Sharp, mastermind, and he know how to protect. Nigga, him and Brian in the same office. Brian gave that nigga rooms in his office. Brian owned his whole building, this office space. He got 10, 15 rooms. Man, Max Sharp, 5 of these rooms, yo, hell. Like, but these niggas in a huddle 3 years straight, nigga. Everybody on one accord. Until that happened. When he took the plea, the niggas who got off the case was out of the huddle. All the rest of the lawyers who still was on the case was still in the huddle. But we had to change the plan. Hey, we gonna run to the right. Now we got to change the plan. Hey, we gonna run to the left and we gonna say shit. Some people did run to the right, but we ran to the left because it was open. You gotta think, do it hurt the case, nigga? You got jurors sitting in this bitch saying, we don't know none of these niggas. We know Young Thug and Gunna. Every juror. We know these 2 people. These are superstars. Rest of these niggas is nothing. We know these niggas. These is the head honchos. This what the state's saying. The state don't even got to say it. We the 2 richest niggas on the case. The jurors gonna think that anyway. The state don't even got to say it. They would have been better off not even painting that narrative. Because the jurors already thinking that. They was painting the narrative so bad to the point where it made the jurors like, man, now you just talk. It might not be like that. It might not be like that. You better off not even speaking on that and just letting the jurors just come up with that themselves. Because they were going to come up with it themselves anyway. If I'm looking at 26 niggas in the room, 28 niggas in the room, and 2 of these nigga millionaires, okay, these the 2 bosses. That's what I'm thinking anyway. But when you take your plea, now it's like we go from YSL not being a gang to, well, my YSL is a gang to certain people, but not to Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams is all about music. What you mean did it hurt the case? I heard somebody do an interview and they asked one of the lawyers, Mr. Weinstein, goddamn, salute to him. I love him. They asked Mr. Weinstein, did Gunna hurt the case? And he was just speaking from what happened after the pleas. Mm-hmm. We was in this courtroom, tearing these motherfuckers, the state ass apart. They couldn't beat us in no way, shape, or form. No way. They wouldn't beat us. So that's why we say what them niggas taking the plea didn't harm the case. We saying that overall it ended up not harming the case. But right at that moment when you take the plea, yes, that harms the case. Nigga, we saying that it's not a game.
I'm actually surprised that he has to explain this so much to the internet. Because just logically, it's like hey, what's up, hon? Give me a second. I'm on live, but I saw your text message too, so we good.
Okay. I didn't see you call me.
Nah, it's we good money.
Okay.
All right, later.
Thank you.
Mother of my godson, he got accepted into a dope basketball program school, and they're putting together all the sponsoring behind it. You know, I put my toe in there. You know what I'm saying? Help youngin' out, man. The same godson I told the story about that met Shaq in Lenox Mall. Motherfucker in like 2 years just went from like 5'11" to like 6'7". Made no sense. But what was I about to say? Yeah, the reason why I'm kind of surprised that he has to explain this so much is because logically speaking, people like why do people feel like it's off the table if the outcome is preferred? Yeah, I know what I mean when I say that, right? If we go on a trial, if me and you rob a bank, we co-defendants. You know, we crash the car and we both run on foot. We separate, we go different ways. They catch you and they catch me as well. For whatever reason, you don't got a mask on. I did. I don't know. I'm just making some stupid shit up. You turn on me because I'm the one that shot the bank teller, right? They want to charge that person with more time, right? But they don't know which one did. I don't know. And you turn on me during the trial, right? But my lawyer gets on some Brian Steele, Johnny Cochran shit, and my mask is able to get me off in the jury's eyes where we're not sure if it was him, you know. And I end up beating my charges at the end, right? Me and you was cool? No. And I'm not saying that Young Thug did that level, you know what I'm saying? But we're not supposed to be creating all these levels to breaking code. That's when y'all create the gray area. Wrong is wrong, right is right. There is no such thing as swing and a miss, so it's okay. Like, who lives like that? Who lives like that? If I'm in the supermarket parking lot right now and some random person swings on me and misses, it's not like, oh, it's all good because you missed. It's only a problem if you hit and I get hurt. No, who lives like that? That's crazy. You know, so there's so many people, and I feel like some of them, not all of them, but some of them is riding that horse into the sunset because Thug came home. Those people are wrong to me. You can't go at Young Thug saying Gunna is good because look what happened based on what Brian Steele and these motherfuckers worked out. Huh? It don't work like that. Y'all would be singing a whole different tune if he didn't have Brian Steele in them. As much as we talk about Brian Steele now, right? If he didn't have Brian Steele in them and Thug would have actually caught some time or caught a life, would y'all be saying about Gunna then? No, it came down to, again, this is why them Fulton County clerks and prosecutors and niggas got fired after the case. Because it was like, yo, y'all dropped the ball. He's supposed to be, y'all got all these plea deals in place. Y'all got evidence. Y'all got this. Y'all got that. Y'all got Woody. You know what I'm saying? You got Gunna going viral. Like we got everything situated. Even that footage coming out is tactical. They did the same thing to Diddy. To this day, we don't got an answer of who put that hotel footage out exactly. But we all believe it's them people because you ruin the public perception around a person. Now, the jurors, all of that, it's going to be in their minds. Go ahead and convict now. Go ahead and convict. That's why I be thinking that they coming for Thug still. Because I think them people's possibly behind putting this shit out. Like, pay attention. Like, it don't work like that. Ain't no we cool because it was a swing and a miss. Nah. Man, listen, I can't try to convince people on that one. It is what it is. Believe what you want.
You taking the plea as the second man in charge. And you said it did harm the case. I mean, and you saying that it is a game that harms the case. Why would an interviewer, why would anybody doing the interview even ask that question? Did it harm the case? Nigga, of course. What the fuck you mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The question should be, did it harm the outcome?
It ended up not harming the case because of the masterminding of the rest of the lawyers as the court case, as the trial went on.
So basically, in your mind, you feel like this nigga got out of jail feeling like, man, this nigga, he gone.
overly. I feel like all of them took a plea in the
I don't
beginning because they
know.
thought we were gone. They thought, nigga, what the hell? What the other reason is? You went from a real nigga, a stepper, a real live street nigga, respected street nigga, to a rat. Cause you thinking
Somebody on that
hey, little damn, man. All right, twin, I'm gonna hit you back. I love you, bro. I'm doing an interview.
nigga bad.
He just he ain't even know nothing about that. He just speaking like we just talking man to man. That's why I ask you questions like bank what man to man. I understand the light and the political. I understand the political shit around behind everything, but just man to man, brother to brother, big homie to little homie. If you going to jail and you plea out before the trial even start, what the fuck are you thinking? Boy, that shit over with. Man, you don't remember them Zoom calls that was all over the internet? The Zoom calls when we was going to court them first few times on Zoom. Before we made it to the courtroom, we was on Zoom. When we was going for buns and shit. Man, you don't remember me asking that nigga on the Zoom? We don't even supposed to talk. I broke the law. I'm on the Zoom. I said, Gunna. You look at me on the Zoom. I say, you good? Chin up, nigga. You good? He say, yeah, that's some shit. I forgot what he said, but the energy was just down. Not even on no bullshit, no funny shit in that. Like the energy was that down.
Yeah.
So it just automatically made me start thinking like, little bro, you good? I'm not saying that you know rat. And then at that point, I'm just like, nigga, what you going through? You good?
All right, so coming up now in about 20 seconds, we're going to get into, but you took a plea deal. I remember we talk about the order of plea deals and is it good? Is it right? Like, nigga, we want to address that hypocrisy as well. 20 seconds, that one's on the way.
And that's why, because I'm a big brother to these niggas. So that's why I do shit like head up when we on these calls. When we in this courtroom, man, head up, chin up. Fuck that, nigga. If we go to prison for the rest of our life, whoop-de-doo. We go to prison, nigga. And we fight to get out this bitch. And we beat these folk, whoop-de-doo. We beat them. We go forward. That's how I go.
But can a nigga feel like, shit, well, it was still nigga left on the case and you took your plea?
Yeah, but my plea didn't say, my plea couldn't harm nobody. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My
Now,
plea,
break it down for us, man.
my plea, I ain't say why I said with no gang in my plea. I ain't say nothing in my plea. That's why I didn't do the plea. The state offered me a plea and they wanted me to say YSL was a gang. I'm the owner of YSL, the gang, and YSL must end in the state's plea. They say all this in their plea. I told them I'm not doing that. So they wanted me to tell about Nut getting killed. I don't know nothing about that. They want to tell me, they want me to tell about Shamel Drinks, the other nigga from their side getting killed, the 3-4 more niggas from their side getting killed. Even they were talking about niggas who got killed from their side that weren't even involved in the case. They just wanted me to tell on that. Like, you gonna tell on all this shit. We know you know about all this shit. I'm telling them, I swear to God, on my freedom, I don't know about none of this shit. Nigga, I'm in the clouds. I really don't know about this shit. Guess what that state ended up saying? We going back and forth. Week. Just talking about the plea, the agreement, the plea agreement, weeks and weeks. We never can come to agreement. Guess what the DA say? Funny Willie say, well, you don't got to speak on none of this shit. You don't got to tell on nobody getting killed. You don't got to tell me on none of that. I take all this shit out of the plea. But you must say YSL is a gang and you the owner of YSL. Man, I'm not doing it. Beat it. I'm a man, nigga. YSL not a gang to me. Beat it. I don't give a fuck. No freedom in the world can make me do that. No. Guess what Brian say? Shit, I ain't gonna do the plea. Fuck it. Let's go on finish trial. Say less. The next day he come to me with a plan. He say, you ever heard of a goddamn non-negotiated plea? I'm like, nah, what's that? He like, well, you don't got to deal with the DA. You deal directly with the judge. That means you get up in front of the judge and you say, you guilty of these crimes. I say, I'm not guilty of that. I'm not in the gang. I'm not guilty of YSL being in the gang, the RICO. I'm not guilty of that, Brian. So I don't want to get up in the courtroom and say I'm guilty of that. That's not true.
You're right. You're right, Jerome. I mean, remember, and Doug, he's the one doing interviews saying he got a snitch radar. He could damn near predict that somebody's gonna be a rat and whatnot. Obviously, his radar wasn't that good, right? With all this shit going on. But no, you're right. Because he alluded to that multiple times in this interview, never gave us the real details. I would love to hear it, but if Gunna did something in the past that wasn't all the way right, Thug still decided to keep rocking with him. And that happens sometimes, relationships. Once again, I could relate. So one example that I talked about in this stream for me, where I was like, nah, I get it. Because I done seen somebody do something that I interpret as extreme level, something that none of us should ever do. Ever. You don't cross boundaries with somebody's health. You don't cross boundaries with somebody's freedom. You don't cross boundaries with somebody's kids. Like those are three of top ones. You know what I'm saying? And one of those was crossed for me. You know what I'm saying? By somebody that I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? And when we, in hindsight, you go back and be like, yo, that person did stuff that was almost examples of that in the past. You know, he did two things that we all know about, and we all was just like, yo, what the fuck? You know? And out of love, out of respect, out of everything, out of hearing people out, giving people second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, eight chances. I can't claim to be no better man about that neither, man. Like I didn't accepted excuses, explanations about things that maybe I shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? Your loved ones always get the benefit of the doubt, B. Your loved ones. That's why they say the people that could hurt you the easiest are the people closest to you. They have all the access to you. They have your sympathy. They have your ear. They have your heart. You know? You know what I mean? Like right now, like even some examples that's going through my head right now, like some of the shit that like my ex brother did. You know, if it pop up on one of these celebrities, I'm keeping so real with y'all. Pop up on one of these celebrities right now, we cover it. I'll be like, nigga, get that nigga the fuck out of here. Like, no second chance, no third chance, right? But when it happened to you, and this is somebody that you've been with for 30 years, and they do something, you might give them a chance. Like, you might be like, yo, explain this. If it's a stranger, you get no explanation. I don't want to hear you out. I don't. How many times do I say, I'm so consistent. I'm just being real. I'm so consistent. How many times have I said, I like covering these celebrities and these actors and these rappers and whatnot because I don't know them. Right? Battle rap is different. Like if a battle rapper that I'm real close with come out and he did some shit that is just like some heinous shit, I probably wouldn't cover it. If I'm close with that person, like outside of business, if I'm close with that person, like let Ill Will or Big K or Holla, like a nigga, like, you know what I'm saying, like one of these type of guys, like end up in some, I probably wouldn't cover it. You know what I'm saying? So people that as close, they always get different treatment. B, they get passes, they get heard out, they get opportunities, they get all of that. That's life. That's being human. Like that's how it go. And then don't be my child. That's when you get the unconditional shit. That's why I laugh all the time and say, go ahead, pull a Jeffrey Dahmer if you want. I'll still be in court with my child. Sounds half sarcastic, but that's unconditional love. You got unconditional love, then you got certain levels of just, you got blind love. How many times say love is blind? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why did they say love is blind? Because the emotional attachment to somebody make you ignore certain things of reality, certain truths. Sometimes worst case example is like money do it to people too. Now I'm getting a little bit off topic, but money do it to people too. I don't give a fuck how much fake shit I'm doing. I don't care how bad this business is. I don't care how much I'm fucking somebody over. I don't care who I'm stepping on, whatever. It's an opportunity to get this booking or this dollar or this $1,000 or some shit. You know? Like where you want to go with? I give you a million examples of niggas that don't even crack over love. They crack over a dollar. Bitch niggas do some nasty shit over a buck. You know what I'm saying? Some shit that's it's a better opportunity. You did some fuck shit though. Niggas don't stand on nothing. OGs and all that. Niggas don't stand on shit. You don't stand on nothing. And these niggas get all on camera telling you how much of a real nigga they are. They preach up and down the street how much of a real nigga they are. And do bad business or fuck people over and stab somebody or rob somebody or some shit. Anyway.
I don't want to get out of jail that bad, bro. That's not true. Let's go to Let's finish this trial. And he ain't want to do the plea anyway. Brian like, man, we're gonna beat the sleaze out of that motherfucking ass. I'm just telling you, you can't get convicted of this because it was in your house. So that's why when we did the non-negotiated plea, Brian, when we was talking to the judge, Brian was talking about the charge that I had. And Brian like, hey, we plead nolo to this charge. We plead not guilty to this charge. We plead not guilty to this charge. We plead not guilty to these charges. We'll plead guilty to these charges because this the shit that they found in his house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on probation for the shit they found in my house the day we went to jail. I'm not on probation for nothing that the DA was trying to say I was guilty of. I'm only on probation for what they found in my house. That's first of all in my plea. My plea was not.
If that's 1000% accurate, you can't look at their pleas the same then. You know, I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it 1,000. You know. Last but not least, let's go to him addressing Luchi. I know Luchi came up already, but this is more targeted right here. We got to go about right here.
He guilty.
So what's your temperature with Luchi right now?
Ain't no temperature with him, man. Bro, I pray that nigga get everything he deserves. Everything. I told that nigga, even in the midst of our beef, I told that nigga, bro, I said some bullshit in it too, but I was speaking really from the heart, real. Bro, I respect everything you do for your mama and your kids. I respect all that shit. If not, I would have been did something to your ass. That's what I tweeted.
I hear you, Thug, but nobody, whether you're street nigga or whether you have street knowledge or street intellect, that's a threat. There's only one way to look at it. That's a threat.
I said, if I ain't respect what you did for your...
You can't tell me that and just make me walk around like, oh, okay, cool, la-di-da-di-da. You tell me that, I'm moving based on I just got threatened. Like, you just threatened my life. That's how I'm moving. That's how I'm interpreting that. You can't tell me that, but maybe you think Luchi is different for you tweeting him that.
Your mama and your kids and how you look out for your family, I would have been did something to your ass. I'm just a real nigga. I respect how a nigga treat their family. Like, but I respect it. He was an active dad in his children's life. Still right now, since he been out. I still be watching him now since he got out. He's still an active father. I respect that. Man, I don't want no harm. I don't want to do nothing to you, bro. You're a real man to me. Why the fuck would I want to kill a nigga that I think is like me? You're a real man to me, bro. But leave me alone too, though. Like, stop. Don't fuck with me neither. Cause if it have to go a certain way, then we got to go a certain way. So, but that was my way of trying to just tell niggas like, hey, bro, I ain't on that. I ain't on that, bro. I'm living life. I'm doing shit, bro. I'm doing shit in this world for real, bro.
Yeah, Gotti on Vlad saying that he told on him inside prison, though. We may have to see how that plays out. I don't know. I mean, shout out to him, though, regardless. We don't, allegedly.
Bro. And the nigga, he tweeted me 1,000,000 times. Fuck, nigga, you ain't nothing like Tupac. Nigga, you're a rat. I mean, you're a goddamn punk. You gay. You wore a dress. You did this. You did that. Woo, woo, woo. He tweeted me probably 20 times in a row. Every day, just judging it. Agony, every day. I tweeted him one time after he tweeted me 20 times. I said, nigga, if I ain't respect what you did for your mama and your children and how you looked out for your family, I would have been did something to your ass. If you read that tweet from me, what you'll say? What you'll tell Luchi? Man, leave that nigga alone, bro.
No threat.
Right?
I say he trolling.
Hell no, that ain't trolling.
I'm just saying, but I say he trolling, but he don't want to do nothing to you. I say that.
Right.
He trolling, but he don't want to do nothing to you.
I
really want to end with that tweet. Yeah.
Because me or him don't got nothing to do with it in real life. Me and him don't got nothing to do with none of the beefs on both sides. Me and him don't got nothing to do with it. He just loved nuts so much. He just asserted himself in the shit.
But I thought they were saying about a girl though.
Hell no. That shit was trolling. When he said he fucked my girl and all that shit was trolling shit.
No.
We were
But
trolling.
That's what I'm saying. That's what niggas thinking like.
Yeah, nah.
All
Hell
this
no.
whole beef behind.
No, sir. This shit is behind Nut. Woody broke a Nut car and stole his jewelry. And I'm saying all this shit because it's all public record. We already done said all this shit on the stand. Him and the DA done said this on the stand. He broke a Nut car and stole Nut jewelry. He didn't know it was Nut car. He seen a peanut chain. He said, oh shit, this nigga Nut chain. He called Nut and said, hey, bro, he ain't put it on himself. He just said, man, some young nigga broke in your car. They brought the jewelry to me. And Nut like, all right, bring the jewelry. I ain't tripping. Nut a player. I ain't tripping. Nut, bring the jewelry to me. Whoa. He bring the jewelry to Nut, get jewelry Nut back. I mean, get Nut his jewelry back and goddamn gone on by their business. Nut ain't tripping. Nut like shit, I got all my shit back. I ain't tripping. But you got niggas who would nut who like, man, these fuck niggas just played. Let's take it down. So the whole time, me and Nut on the phone every day trying to stop these niggas from beefing. Like, man, bro, we ain't on that, bro. We don't, bro. Nut getting money, I'm getting money. Like, nigga, we were hanging out. I turned Nut on to Bird. I brought Nut around Bird. Because I know Nut best friend, the nigga who they call Birdman from Pink City. I know him from being Nut friend. I don't know. I ain't never seen him though. I probably seen him 2 times in my life. But I know him and Nut used to call themselves Bird and Slim. So when I got on and I met Bird, get what I told Bird in Miami. Man, you got to meet these niggas from the city. They call themselves Bird and Slim. You got to meet these niggas. Like, bro, I'm 100% the most genuine nigga you could think of, bro. I'm telling you. It's a real fact. I wish Nut was living so he can say the same thing. I turned him on a Bird. The pictures when you see Nut on a boat with Bird, I'm here. I'm there. I took the picture. I got Nut phone and took this picture. Man, Nut take the picture with this nigga, but I know y'all look up to this nigga. I told Bird, man, Nut is supposed to be Slim. So you got to wait. The other nigga, Bird, who used to be with Nut, he was in prison still. He was in jail doing some time, doing a bid. So I told Birdman, like, man, you got to meet the nigga Birdman from Atlanta who call himself Birdman. He'll bald and the nigga tattoos in there. He really think he Bird. I'm like, he in prison right now, but you got to meet him too. Like, I turned Bird on the Nut. I had Bloody J around Birdman trying to do deals. I turned Bloody J on the Rocco. I've been late in this town. I made niggas lock in. Man, Bloody J them started off beefing about them saying that Boo was a rat. Boo told on Mo. We ain't never seen that paperwork. Still to this day. They typed up some, you right, they typed up some paperwork one time and it was fake paperwork. The only reason why we knew the paperwork was fake because they misspelled words. Ain't no motherfucking DA office misspelling no word, dumbass nigga. They misspelled prosecution and all type of shit.
You saying they made some fake paperwork?
But these niggas had some fake paperwork.
All right. About 3 hours. I told y'all I was gonna do it, and we still not done. We still gotta, for completeness, gotta catch up to some other stuff too. I told y'all this would be an all Young Thug stream. So for completeness, all right. Before we get into summary, where I ask y'all what's up, you know, he's definitely telling us some stuff in this interview that's like the roots of all of this. So if you listen to YSL Mondo, he says the root of the Rico is Young Thug because he's the first person to ever talk. If you want to ask Woody, he has something different. Young Thug says Woody, though, is the reason that all the street shit, the war started in the first place over breaking into a car, stealing a chain, and niggas saying, nah, fuck that, we moving behind that because niggas played. Where do you want to go with it? Some people would blame Young Thug for starting the whole shit, you know, because that tour bus shooting, you know, is high profile because it involves Lil Wayne, right? A whole celebrity, household name. And why does the tour bus get shot up? Because allegedly this whole beef between Thug, Lil Wayne, and Baby is a part of all of this going on. And you got business tied into it. You got money. You got album names. You got dissing each other. You got babies now with Young Thug. This is my new guy. Fuck Lil Wayne. I got Young Thug now, and I'm pushing him. Allegedly. You know, it's sticking to why Young Thug did this interview. Obviously, the interrogation audio coming out and all the leaked phone calls. This overall is an impactful interview. It has a lot of depth. I ain't gonna say it's good. I ain't gonna say it's bad. Well, I will say this is the best that Thug could have done for himself. It really makes no sense for him to go on a campaign. It makes no sense for him to pop up on Aiden Ross's stream today and play around with, do some Bobby looking shit like Drake and Bobby. Like, what the fuck is Aiden Ross gonna follow up Thug crying or sitting down with a ex-street nigga that knows him personally and he looks up to as one of his OGs? What is going to come out of an Aiden Ross stream today with Young Thug other than going backwards? It could only hurt him. Young Thug, cancel it. I think the most help that Young Thug could have done for himself, at least right now in this moment, is this interview. It's not a bad interview. We fact-checked a couple of his moments by going back to the interrogation audio, so that he wasn't lying on a couple of things he was saying. The plea agreement for Unfun, we don't have. The plea agreement for Gunna, we don't have. But we also don't have Gunna speaking up. He opens up also a can of worms with the conspiracy that Gunna's quietness is all tactical. It's a campaign within himself, and he's also alluding to them possibly being behind leaking the audio clips because they had it as being a part of the case all the way back then before it got shut down at the website. It's just a lot to this interview. He's hurt, he's scarred, but towards the end of the interview, he said, "Nah, I ain't accepting no apology." He made it clear. He made it clear. As much as he's saying, "I need to figure out how to move on. Teach me, OG. What am I missing? This shit fucked me up. I came home and I don't got my twin with me no more and all that. I'm hurt." As much as he's showing how vulnerable he is and how fucked up he is behind this shit, he also made it clear, I ain't accepting no apology from that nigga. I do want to hear him talk. I do want to hear him address it, but I ain't accepting no apology. It's twofold, and that's why I said Gunna might owe him that regardless. You know. All right, let's close that out. We put the time in for that. For completeness, let me play a couple clips. That came out yesterday. I feel like it's not even in order of the stream. Might not even belong in the stream, but I don't want to do it tomorrow. I just want to get it over with. All right, the Young Thug and Future shit. Let's play that real quick.
Man, I told them I ain't want to do the show because I ain't want to feel like I was stealing your shine. I said, what are you talking about?
Yes, that's not the. It's not the.
And you know that's not the meaning, but you just don't want to do it, so you just like making something up.
Yeah, like you know that ain't.
I was just trying to say, like, every time a nigga get locked up or something happen to a nigga, y'all could just replace him. Like, you can't be replacing. I was on the phone with that nigga last night. He was like, man, you can't.
Yeah, I know.
I was trying to. Oh, it was you I was on the phone with?
Yeah.
You're this weirdo, man.
Yeah.
Like, yep. Nigga crazy.
Yeah, that's how I feel. But I'm like, I wouldn't. You know, you like, damn, I'm not about to get into it, nigga. Like, you know, you talk to somebody and it's like, you know how they feel about something, and they know how you feel about something, but they trying to like be like, oh, what you think I should do?
That's how I feel, but I don't know how you feel, bro.
Who, me?
Nah, that's what he said.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, I just feel like that, but you know, I guess he heard. I ain't replied to what he was saying, so he was like, but I don't know how you feel. You know, it really however you feel, bro. Ain't however I feel, nigga, because however I feel ain't how you feel, because you already know how I feel about it, fool.
Right.
Like, you just so goofy and lame. You just like, man, get it on, nigga. But like, it wouldn't even be no question if it was the other way.
Correct.
That's what I respect about the nigga. And Mariah been telling me too. She like, man, you got to stop being like super duper selfless, because people like try to do you wrong, and I see it, I notice it. But the crazy part is, every girl who I talk to tell me that. Every girl, it ain't even just her. Every girl. Rika done told me this a million times. Armin done told me this a million times. Like, a real million times. Like, stop being so nice to these niggas, because these niggas be like fake trying to text your girls and fake DMing and fake trying to do things and laughing behind your back and ooh. I'm like, I don't care nothing about that, bro. Like, nigga laugh at God, bro. Nigga talk about God. I don't care nothing about that. Nigga not gonna change how I am as a person. You know, a nigga can change how I am towards them, but you can't change how I am as a person. And if I react to everything lame that a nigga do towards me, it'll change me as a person, because everybody do lame jump. Well, most of everybody, you know what I'm saying? Except niggas like y'all, my family. Other than that, all my friends, all them niggas. Man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't get that yesterday.
Oh no, for sure. Yesterday let me know. Yesterday let me know, like, man, you called it the perfect time. Like, nigga, what? Yeah, you right. I called it the perfect time because I needed to know. But you're definitely right. But it's like God revealing certain things. But I already knew this too, though. Like me and him ain't been, he ain't never just paid attention. Me and him ain't been tight in a minute.
Yeah.
And it's because he do little lame jump, like call me to the studio. So I pull up to the studio, chilling with him. You ask me what to say on the song and how you should start off your song. Then there's girls in the room. Now you acting like you don't hear me telling you that. Because there's girls in here, like, just like little fake nigga like that, like little stuff like that. I don't be liking that nigga. I'm a player. Like, what's wrong with you, fool? You trying to, I don't know what image you trying to get off to these girls, but you're an idiot, nigga. Like, everything you know a nigga teaching you, I done taught you. Like, cut it out, bro. Like, but nigga just, when he by himself, he just be all ears, bro. Like, and that's the crazy part. Like, when I talk to him about God, when I talk to him about certain things, he just don't know that he retarded to certain things. He don't know nothing but music. And when I talk to him about stuff, he just like all ears. But when every time people around, he try to ignore it. When there's people around, he'll walk to his room, he do other miscellaneous stuff when people be around us, and I be talking to him because he just feel like, man, you think you trying to talk to me like that in front of people, but I ain't talking to him no certain type of way. I'm just putting him down. I'm giving him game. Like, yeah, bro, you can't, we can't be like that and then being like this, cause God, this ain't the move. This, he'll like walk off, or he'll fake like he texting while a nigga talking, little stuff like that. So I just stopped going around him a little bit. He's like, bro, what's up with your brother? You don't be pulling up on your brother? I'm like, man, I just don't be with that fake junk, bro. Like, what you mean, nigga? Ain't never about me fake, nigga. I ain't never be fake, nigga. I'm like, man, y'all niggas fake as hell, man. Like, I don't know what folk around here feeding you in your mind and telling you and making you think, but you're fake. I'm gonna be the one to tell you, you cap, you're fake. Tripping your whole organization, all along. Even the ones that's with us, they fake too. Cut it out.
Well, he pretty much right there just said that he told Future this. Like, Future's asking why you don't come to the studio, and he said, I don't want to be around that fake shit, which would be consistent in the interview that he did last night when he said, nigga, all them shits that coming out on these calls, I done said to these people. I mean, Future could come out and say, I ain't never said that to me or not, who knows, but at least the audio clip is consistent with the interview.
Yeah, because like even afterwards he had called back. So it was just like, I already know what you want to do. So you even asking me, oh, what should I do? Like, you know what I'm gonna tell you to do. So even the fact that you're asking me means you don't want to do it.
Right.
Right.
I just hung up on that nigga like, man, I gotta go, bro. Hung up, call Mariah.
Yeah.
Nigga on the phone running in circles. I ain't even calling you for that. Anyway, I'm just calling you to see what you doing, nigga. I'm on some player time. I don't even care nothing about that. I ain't even know that you said no. I would never in my life even thought about you. I would never thought.
And that was the other thing that got me. Because I was like, even the fact that we called mom.
Somebody that told me like, man, Pluto said he don't want to do it. Nobody even told me that, fool. I don't even know that.
And you, the crazy thing is you call Ev and you call Rom. He happened to be there. Because you didn't know she was like in the same areas, right?
No. Nigga, I wasn't calling for you. I was calling Rom.
Right. And then she just happened to be like, oh, Pluto, like that to me was like, oh yeah, that's God's timing.
Right. Because I know for sure y'all niggas been new. And y'all niggas just didn't tell me because you just like.
All right, whatever. All right. I'm on a whole different type energy because of the interview that we just did for fucking 3 hours, right? These audio clips, let's do the last one. Once again, this is just for completeness, people. Other than that, I'm just not on that vibe today. But all right, the Drake shit.
This is the nigga whose song it is. This ain't me, Drake, Travis, nobody. This is Metro Boomin song for his album. So if anything, he already thinking like, nigga, this shit going on my album. I don't care if Drake on it or not. It's already crazy. It's already the craziest song in the world with Thug and Travis. I don't care if Drake get on it. Metro Boomin not one of those type of niggas. He's not he's not gonna ride no nigga. He's not doing none of that. Like whatever he's feeling, he gonna do it. Right. That type of nigga. And then plus it's his song. Like I know for sure this song's on his album. I done mixed this man album with him. We done sat down and mixed the album, played the album a million times. Did so many songs, so much stuff for the album. Like he for sure putting this song on his album. So I know he's using his mom as an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, my mama died. Like, nigga, man. But I know for sure the real excuse is that, nigga, this is my album. I'm putting this song on my album. You know.
Yeah.
I can't even finish it. I'm tired. I can't. I don't. I'm just not. I'm sorry, people. There's probably like another 2-3 minutes of it. I'm just not on that vibe anymore after the interview. That was just so much more important to me than these last two audio Future and Drake audio clips. You know, hopefully the audio clips don't kill that continue to come out. Don't kill him or contradict them anymore. We'll see, because interview or not, you ain't gonna fuck about no interview. That shit gonna still keep dropping. My ears hurt. I'm done. If y'all want me to switch topics so bad because we did a Young Thug for 3 hours, I will give you this. I had this up here for if I was gonna do a longer type of stream today with other topics. So I wasn't gonna bring it up, but I'll give y'all one just to switch it up. All right. How about the fact that, ladies, I want to beg y'all to make sure that you never follow the Sukianas of the world. Any man that praises a woman like this, is after a woman like this, lays down with a woman like this is what you call one of the most classless things I've seen in a long time. Sukiana with a Pampers hack for menstruating women, something that is supposed to be so private, in the privacy of your own home, and where you bending over for the camera and all this, and you put this out. I'm done. I can't play anymore right there. I'm cool. I'm playing more of that. This is one of the most disgusting things I've seen in 2025. This, we got to find another word for classless. I don't know if there's anybody liking this, or let me look at some of these comments. It's been a thing, just a private thing. Hun, don't even give her the laughing emoji. I've been thinking about this, but I didn't know what to go get. This is the type of shit I expect. Reactions like this. Thank you. It's good to see a woman here saying the nastiest thing ever, shaking my head. Thank you. Thank you. This shit is disasterful as fuck, and I wish I would stop praising and entertaining it. I hate it here, for real. Please bring back discernment and decorum. Please. And class, please. Was this necessary? Thank you, ladies. Psst. No fucking class. Disgusting. All right. I'm tired, man. That feels like the big U stream that we had to do. I was like 3 hours, because when I brought it up, that shit was like 100 pages, and I had already promised we was going to read the whole paperwork. I was like, 100 pages. I'd much rather have to listen, though, than have to fucking read. But I did it. I was committed. Today feels like that. I'm emotionally beat up a little bit. Because there's some real shit in that interview, people. I ain't gonna go back there. I'll leave it alone. But all right. Happy Sunday, people. It's a little after 10 a.m. Eastern time. I hope today's stream was all right for y'all. Let's see what today and tomorrow brings in relation to all other news, including Young Thug. He's the hottest topic right now, so we'll see. Thank you, love. I appreciate you, love. Misha, our member in the building. But yeah, I'm going to get up out of here. I'm going to go give myself a little 30 minutes to relax. Then I'm going to get in the gym. Normally, I cut the stream off. I go straight to my cardio. I'll go straight to my gym, or if I got to go straight to work, I'm about to go sit down for like 30 minutes and just chill. Just chill. Like, I'm emotional. Like I said, I'm emotionally drained from that fucking interview, dog. So, all right. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. And I'll catch y'all back here 6 a.m. sharp in the morning. All right? Be safe.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss making decisions, my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry True Podcast. Welcome to the house up. And shout out to the members.